The second annual Hildreth Lions Club six-man all-star football game, featuring players and coaches from across the state of Nebraska who during the course of the past year have participated in and tonight are being honored for their accomplishments in the game of six-man football. At this time, the Hildreth Lions Club would like to thank the Nebraska Six-Man Football Coaches Association for their selection of players and coaches, and to the Hildreth Lioness Club for their help in getting host families and in the concession stands. Now it's time to meet the players, their parents, and their coaches for tonight's game. Starting with the East, number 11, Steve Callahan from Greeley. His folks are Gene and Faye Callahan. Head coach Ken Bruckner. From the West, number 12, Matt Webster from Llewellyn. His folks are Gary and Barbara Webster. Head coach Dan Foster. Number 14, Mike Greenland from Arcadia. His parents are Mr. and Mrs. Gary Greenland. Head coach George Look. Number 15, Robbie Caranda from Prague. His parents are Bob and Roseanne Caranda. Head coach Scott Hallstrom. Number 16, Matt Unger from Bartley. His parents are Bob and Sherry Unger. Head coach Bob Newcomb. Number 17, Travis Galletley from Waback. His parents are Drew and Minnie Galletley. Head coach James Danson. Number 18, Brett Dewar from Campbell. His parents are Gary and Joyce Durr. Head coach Dwight Koo. Number 19, Chad Hines from Rising City. His parents are Mr. and Mrs. Larry Hines. Head coach Joe Crissell. Number 20, Rod Goodenberger from Lebanon. His parents are Dwayne and Millie Goodenberger. Head coach Dan Musil. Number 21, Merle Glather from Shickley. His parents are Merle Glather and Sandra Tidler. Head coach Gary Philippi. Number 22, Kent Nelson from Hildreth. His parents are Don and Mary Nelson. Head coach Miles Ehlers. Number 23, Jerry Silva from Shickley. His father is Mr. Jim Silva. Head coach Gary Philippi. Number 24, Pat Leach from Taylor Loop County. His parents are Harry and Therese Leach. Head coach Kent Ropers. Number 25, Randall Barr from Walbach. His parents are Dale and Bonnie Barr. Head coach James Danson. Number 26, Doug Smith from Taylor Loop County. His parents are Lee and Lois Smith. Head coach Kent Ropers. Number 27, Kevin Zump from Milligan. His parents are Adolf and Irma Zunk. Head coach, Dean Philippi.
Came down with mono this morning. Really not feeling well.
Number 28, Greg Brennan from Stratton. His parents are Mr. and Mrs. Bill Brennan. Head coach, Doug Newcomb.
We did talk first of all before we go to the starting line.
Number 29, Geoff Wells from Elba. His parents are Ron and Bonnie Wells. Head coach, Keith Leckren. Number 30, Eric Bondegard from Lodgepole. His parents are Charles and Cindy Bondegard. Head coach, Kevin Finke. Number 31, Pat Ginn from Trumbull. His parents are Lyle and Linda Ginn. Head coach, Dave Scribner.
Is he on now?
Number 32, Jeff Crum from Palisade. His parents are Eugene and Dorothy Crum. Head coach, Jay Yarberry. Number 33, Bernie Minke from Lawrence. His parents are Mr. and Mrs. Adrian Minke. Head coach, Mark Reinhard. Number 34, Colin Suda from Palisade. His parents are Don and Judy Suda. Head coach, Jerry Yarberry. Number 35, John Klein from Spalding. His parents are Bob and Janet Klein. Head coach, Tom Dreyer. Number 36, Jeff Long from Holbrook. His parents are Mr. and Mrs. Douglas Long. Head coach, Greg Peterson. Number 37, Tom Johnson from Craig. His parents are Carmen and Dwayne Balla and Randall Johnson. Head coach, Scott Hallstrom. Number 38, Matt Schultz from Holbrook. His parents are Mr. and Mrs. Warren Harper. Head coach, Greg Peterson. Number 39, Jason McIntyre from Greeley. His mother is Jane McIntyre and father Larry McIntyre. Head coach, Ken Bruckner. Number 40, Wade Dickenson from Lodgepole. His parents are Jerry and Mary Ann Dickenson. Head coach, Kevin Finke. Number 41, Craig Furley from Chester Hubble Bryan. His parents are Mr. and Mrs. Albert Furley. Head coach, Randy Bauer. Number 42, Brad Quadhammer from Hildreth. His parents are Jerry and Cindy Quadhammer. Head coach, Miles Ehlers. Number 43, Todd Ryan from Waback. His parents are Jim and Marie Ryan. Head coach, James Danson. Number 44, Rhett Tripe from Orleans. His parents are Bob and Lana Tripe. Head coach, Jeff Smith. Number 45, Eric Weber from Guide Rock. His parents are Mr. and Mrs. James Weber. Head coach, Alan Lindsay. Number 46, Doug Brown from Orleans. His parents are Dean and Doreen Brown. Head coach, Jeff Smith. Number 47, Lyndon Ginn from Trumbull. Parents, Mr. and Mrs. Lynn Ginn. Head coach, Dave Scribner. Our student manager for the West tonight is Brian Stevens. His parents are Jerry and Deanna Stevens. The student manager for the East tonight is Kevin Nordhughes. His parents are Raymond and Joan Nordhughes. The assistant coach tonight for the West is Jeff Smith from Orleans. Assistant coach tonight for the East is Tom Dreyer from Spalding and his wife Angel. Head coach for the West tonight is Greg Peterson from Holbrook. The head coach for the East tonight is Ken Bruckner, his wife Denise. Once again, our camp coordinator, Mr. Dave Scribner, and his wife Nona. These are your 1990 six-man all-star football players and their parents.
His coach. Again, Doug Smith, well, unable to play here this season. Geoff Son is number 32. He's a named at 5'11". He's 180 pounds from Palisade. And Jay Yarberry is his coach. Jeff Long, one of the captains, wears number 36. He's a running back, 6'1", 185 from Holbrook. And Greg Peterson is his coach. Matt Schultz wears number 38. He's the center at 6'1", 185 from Holbrook. And Greg Peterson, of course, his coach there. Doug Brown wears number 46.
The presenting of tonight's colors will be by Hildreth Cub Scout Pack, number 184. Singing our national anthem tonight will be musical instructor from Orleans Public High School, Mr. Kelly Meyer. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise as Mr. Meyer proudly sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Kelly Meyer.
Boy Scout troop and riding troop helping raise the flag at the northwest part of the field. Quickly now starting to the east. From Trumbull, Dave Schneider is his coach. Bernie Menke, number 33, running back at 6'1", 180. Carolina, they got the game on the way. They're ready for the second. Go, Trot! It's a long, long series. Ball starting to
Back to receive for the East, number 25, Randall Barr. Number 17, Travis Scaletti. Kicking off for the West, number 44, Red Tripe. Ball will be kicked into the end zone by 44, Tripe. It'll be first down at 15 with the ball at the 15.
The football. We're ready for, as we said, game number 2. This all-star matchup. Ball right now. Steve Callahan is the quarterback. He'll start the ball game. His running backs are split. He'll pitch it back. He'll stop and they're going to throw it on. There's the first.
Jason McIntyre, the 25, Randall Barr is complete for the touchdown. Makes the score East 6, West 0.
Barr kicking the football. Callahan
2:50 remaining in the first quarter. Your score remains the East 6, the West 0.
Score is now 6-0, and we'll be back with more football right after this. Okay, that was Randall Barr that caught the pass and went in for the touchdown. So as the East kicks the ball away, will be taken, bouncing at the 15 there. Let it roll out of bounds, and it comes back. What are we going to say?
Ball being knocked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. It'll be first down and 15 for the West.
Spectacular play. This will be the first offensive play for the West here in the ball game. Leeds pitching the ball.
Ball carried by number 16, Matt Unger. Tackle led by 23, Jerry Silva. 29, Geoff Wells. Gain of 4 in the play will bring up second down and 11.
Clock running with about 11:28 left to go in the first quarter of play. And in possession of the football in the West. The East leads 6-0. Middle of the field. Rose guard Tom Johnson, 185 from 20 is there.
Ball carried by 36, Jeff Long. Tackle led by 23, Silva. 17, Galletley.
Jeff Long carrying the football. He's going to pick up almost all of it, but about 2 yards. So third down, it's 14 yards. 10:50 to go in the quarter. A little difference of opinion there. Now the West is at the line of scrimmage. That leads the quarterback. These backs are split. Long count, 3-man defensive line.
Ball carried by 16, Unger. Tackle led by 37, Tom Johnson.
Coming right straight through the line.
Loss of 2 on the play will bring up fourth down and 4. The ball at the 24-yard line.
Loss of about 2 yards is going fourth down and 4. That's something else that I didn't Nelson from Hildreth. It's short.
Ball carried by 36, Long. Tackle led by number 11, Steve Callahan.
Man back in punt position. They centered it to the up man, and Jeff Long carried the football. Tackle.
Gain of 6 on the play will make it first down and 15. The ball at the 33-yard line.
Made the tackle. There's the first down and 15, about the 32-yard line.
Ball carried by 16, Unger.
36-yard line. Will be wrapped up over there. I believe number
Tackle led by 23, Silva.
Lather on the tackle and
29, Wells.
On the tackle also. Checking into the ball game.
Gain of 4 in the play will make it second down and 11.
Matt Unger. So it's 6-0 with the East leading in the ball game. West not making too much time in the huddle. They're back up to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 11. Looking deep is Leach. He's got nobody to close.
Ball carried by 24, Pat Leach. Tackle led by 29, Wells.
Jeff Wells in on the tackle for the East.
Gain of 4 in the play will bring it third down and 7. The ball at the 40-yard line.
Peterson, the head coach for the West, and Ruckner, the head coach for the East. Here in the first quarter, six-man all-star game is put together here in Hildreth. West. Jeff Long out on the wing to the left side. There's one running back. Two defensive linemen. He gets a block on the foot.
Ball carried by 16, Unger. Tackle led by 37, Johnson.
Played some excellent defense in this ball game. He did make the tackle and
make it first down and 15.
The ball game for them. The East had one offensive play, and they made good use of that. They went 65
The ball at the 39-yard line.
For the touchdown, the extra point was blocked. And the West now trying to get some kind of a drive underway. They do have one underway. They started about their own 20-yard line, and they're down to about the 31-yard line.
Ball carried by 36 Long. Tackle led by number 37 Johnson.
Was nailed by Wells. Wells in on the tackle.
Loss of 3 on the play will make it second down and 18.
Ken Nelson checks back in for the West, and Unger checks out again. They're motivated to bring plays back and forth, and they'll do what they need to do to knock them off the field. It's going to be second down and 18 with about 7:50 to go in the first quarter of play. Leach pitching the catch.
Fumble on the play.
Nelson recovers the football. They've moved Nelson.
Recovered by 22, Kent Nelson.
Pat Leach, a running back. Pitch back to Leach. I don't think he expected it to come. Hit him in the back and went down, and Nelson came back in a hurry to make the grab. Unger checks in, and Nelson comes out of the ball game again.
Loss of 7.
Down at 25.
Loss of 7 on the play will make it third down and 25.
7-yard loss in that.
With the ball at the 39-yard line.
Leach will drop back into that quarterback position. Long is on the wing to the left side. There's some movement.
Penalty flags on the play.
All on the left. If there's anything that's really difficult to do,
The legal procedure is a penalty call against the West.
run it smoothly, and these kids only work out together about a week. It's a little bit tough when you're used to somebody else as your quarterback.
The 5-yard procedure penalty will make it third down and 30.
The West team. So first penalty of the ball game belongs to the West. It's going to be third down and 30. With the clock showing about 7:03 to go in the first quarter. And the East are in the ball game 6-0. Ashmark on the far side. Back in straight back. There's a little looking pass.
Pass attempt by Leach
Tried to get
to Matt Schultz is incomplete.
Schultz from Holbrook, and he couldn't hang on to it. He was
Fourth down and 30. The ball at the 34-yard line.
It's going to be fourth down at 30. The ball back in the West Territory at about their own 34-yard line. They're kicking away. Ken Nelson dropping back at the 22-yard line. Dropping back deep is Travis Callahan. We've seen Travis play for a long time. There's the kick, hand over ender right down the middle. It's going to bounce at the 20, out at the 15. Callahan picks it up and drops it at the 12. Picks it.
Ball being returned by the 17, Travis Gillespie.
Let's see where they finally stop the football.
Tackle made by 36, Geoff Long.
First down and 15 from that spot right there. What a terrific defensive play.
First down and 15 for the East.
Holbrook. He went all the way down
The ball at the 11-yard line.
For those of you that may not know, is a very good and a very quick runner. Started to cut to the outside, and Long just cut him down. And it's going to be first down there with Steve Callahan from Brealey, the quarterback, calling the signals. His backs are split. Takes the ball. He'll pitch it around, coming on the right side.
Ball carried by 39, Jason Mcintyre. Tackle led by 44, Rhett Tripe.
In on the tackle, Rhett Tripe, I believe it is, at 5'10", 200 pounds from Orleans. Geoff.
Gain of 3 on the play will make it second down and 12. With the ball at the 15-yard line.
Second down and 12. Usually game 6-0. And we went from the big play on the first play of the ball game now to just trying to simply get some kind of a sustained drive underway. Callahan pitching it back again.
Ball carried by 33, Bernie Minky.
Pick up a few yards, but it'll be dropped there.
Tackle led by 28, Greg Brennan.
From
20, Rod Bittenberger.
Coach in on the tackle, and now it's going to be third down
for
the East. And as they set the ball down, tell us as the clock now running under 6 minutes.
Gain of 3 on the play will make it third down and 8.
For the East team, they're in the middle of the field. And the quarterback, he's got an unbalanced line, and he's got an unbalanced backfield to the right side. They'll pitch it back again, trying to spin out to the right side again. It's McIntyre.
Ball carried by 39, McIntyre.
3 yards on that one. it's going to be fourth down.
Tackle led by 28, Greg Brennan.
Greg Brennan on the tackle again. Helped out by Brad Carnhammer. And it's going to be fourth down and 5, and that will
gain of 3 on the play will make it fourth down and 5.
The West will drop a man back. That's going to be Matt Unger back there waiting for the punt. He's from Bartley. Kicking the football will be Bernie Menke from Lawrence. He'll get the ball away from about his own 10-yard line. Gets it high in the air, floater. Coming in is Unger.
Ball being returned by number 16, Matt Unger. Tackle made by number 21, Burl Blanter.
Campbell coming over to throw a good block.
First down and 15 for the West. The ball at the 26-yard line.
And it's going to be first down at 15 now for the gold team. Who are the West? They're behind 6-0 in this ball game. So both teams now tried to get a sustained drive going. Second possession of the evening for the gold. Quarterback calling signals. A man in motion, Geoff Long.
Ball carried by 16, Unger. Tackle led by 29, Jeff Wells.
Jeff Wells also was helping out on the tackle.
Gain of 3 on the play will make it second down and 12.
12 yards to go. The clock showing about 4:10 to go in the first quarter. As Unger checks out of the ball game and Kent Nelson from Hildreth checks back in. Nelson at 6'4", 165 from here at Hildreth. Brings his team out of the huddle. They'll put a man out wide on the right side. They'll come in motion to the near side. There's a pitch back to Leach.
Ball carried by 24, Pat Leach. Tackle made by 29, Wells.
In on the tackle, Geoff from Melbourne. He and Pat Leach have seen one another a lot of times through the years. Right now, for the West, that's the third of the ball game for them. And Pat Leach going from quarterback to running back has made quite a difference here. Now Jeff Long checks out.
Gain of 13 on the play will make it first down and 15. With the ball at the 37-yard line.
Kent Nelson from here at Hildreth. They'll put a man out wide on the left. That's Rod Goodenberger. Takes the snap over to Goodenberger. He's going to come up the field at
30. Carried by number 20, Rod Goodenberger.
Goodenberger, 160, a 6-footer from Beaver Valley.
Tackle led by 17.
He was finally knocked out
Travis Galletley.
Travis Galletley. He just simply tried to hurdle right over the top of the man there. Checking back into the ball game, number 40 is Wade Dickenson.
Gain of 12 on the play will make it second down and 3.
He's an end and a linebacker. We'll slip into the ball game as Pat Leach goes back under the center. Long pass, 3-man defense in front. Unger over the right side. He'll split the center in the end and pick up a couple of yards on that one. Let's call it third down.
Ball carried by 16, Matt Unger.
And about 11.
Tackle led by 25, Randall Barr.
14 to go in the first quarter of play.
Gain of 1 on the play will make it third down and 2.
Third down and 2 is what they're going to say. And West a little slow to come out of the huddle. They're right in the middle of the field once again. Nose guard is Pat Ginn. As the handoff comes straight ahead to Jeff Long.
Ball carried by 36, Jeff Long.
Menke in on the tackle.
Tackle led by 33, Bernie Menke.
The 180 from Lawrence. Mark Reinhardt as his coach came right in again and made the
timeout for
close.
measurement.
Let's see how much he picked up on that one. It's going to be close. About a yard or less for the first down. Clock is stopped, and now time is going to be called for a measurement. So while they take the measurement down on the field, we'll tell you once again that the East is leading here over the West 6-0 at Hildreth in our second 6-man all-star game, and we'll be back with more football right after this.
Is that alright? Can I just give you the defense?
Can you hear me? Well, then I'll just...
Both of it's fine.
Short of the first down by a yard, it'll make it fourth down and 1 with the ball at the 33-yard line. 23, excuse me.
Fourth down and one. Leach with a bootlegger on left side. Beautiful play. Let's put the ball on the left side. We got a bootlegger on the left hand side.
Six, rest
Hildreth, and he was wide open, and Leach laid it right into his hands. He went in for the touchdown, and we're tied now at 6. Both teams now with a big play to get a score in the game, and the only difference now is in the extra points. Leach was able to come in and block it on the first score by the East, and now back to try to kick it through is Rhett Tripe, the captain, one of the captains here tonight. Snap is back, Nelson.
After attempt by 44, Rhett Tripe is good. Makes the score West 7.
Play, and we'll be back.
West 8.
Our football after this.
Back to receive for the East, 17, Travis Gallantly, 25, Randall Barr. Kicking off for the West, 44, Rhett Tripe.
Receive the ball for the East will be Travis Gallantly and Randall Barr. Stripping the ball away will be Rhett Tripe. He gets it high in the air. He'll come to the near side, going like that. Over the 25, up to the 28-yard line.
Target return by 17, Gallantly.
Travis Gallantly.
Tackle made by number 14, Mike Greenland.
By Matt Webster and Mike Greenland. Greenland really put a hit on him.
First down and 15 for the East.
First down and 15.
For the ball at the 29-yard line.
Now at the East 29.5-yard line. First down and 15 from there. Steve Callahan is the quarterback. Steve's done an excellent job at that position. 5'10", 145 from Greeley. Calling the signals. Fakes it to one man. Gives it over to Menke. He's trying to come out of the
Ball carried by 33, Menke.
And that's all. As he's finally wrapped up there, number
Tackle led by 30, Eric Bondegard. 20, Rod Gutenberger.
He had some help also from Wade Dickenson. And it's going to be, let's call it...
No gain on the play. Second down and 15.
A scrimmage.
The ball at the 29-yard line.
The East trying to do a little razzle-dazzle back there. It didn't work for them that time. They'll come back to the line of scrimmage. Unbalanced line, strong to the right side. And now the official
timeout.
Needs to call timeout. Some equipment problems there for Bernie Menke, but he's got it repaired. I believe we're going to be ready to go. 8-6 is the score. West leading in the ball game. And a bring into football. Second and 15. The official now waving the arm. The clock will start. Unbalanced line, strong to the right side. Callahan, the quarterback. He'll pitch it back.
Ball carried by 39, Jason Mcintyre for the touchdown. Makes the score East 12, West 8.
He's got to be one proud young man. So we've had 2 or 3 long runs in this ball game. That's the first running score we've had, the pure running score we've had. The other 2 long plays have been passes. Now it's 12-8. With the East regaining the lead, they'll put number 25 back there to kick the extra point. That's Randall Barr. Holding the ball will be Steve Callahan. 3 minutes will be coming. They're going to take it. They pitch it back to Barr. Still passing ahead to Callahan. He takes it back to the front.
Ball carried by number 11, Steve Callahan for the extra point. With 1 minute, 14 seconds remaining in the first quarter, your score is the East 13, the West 8.
Going back to the East, they lead at 13-8, and we're going to be back with more All-Star football right after this.
That was good.
That was crazy.
Let's go!
save for the West, number 16, Matt Unger. Kicking off for the East, number 25, Randall Barr.
The kickoff is away.
Ball being returned by 36, Geoff Long. Tackle led by 33, Bernie Minke. 19, Chad Hines. First down and 15. The ball at the 27-yard line.
Excellent crowd on hand for the ball game. Folks here at Hildreth can be very proud of what they've put together. Some other towns have tried in years gone by, but not had the success that they've had here at Hildreth. Coming in motion to the near side is Geoff Long. That's a good one.
Ball carried by Unger. Tackle led by 23, Silva. Gain of 5 on the play will make it second down and 10.
5-yard pickup that time. Running down to 20 seconds. The score 13-8. The East has the lead. And the West now trying to come back. 3-man defensive punt for the East team. Quarterback is reached to Unger. Unger around the right side gets the block at the 30.
Ball carried by Unger.
Over the 35 with 1 second left.
Tackle led by 23, Silva. 47, Lyndon Ginn.
6-man all-star game. Second game ever played here.
That is the end of the first quarter. At the end of the quarter, the East 13, the West 8.
We'll be back with more all-star football in 60 seconds. This is the field, and now the West team will be going from north to south, and then Breeze picking up a little bit more as they look for the flag at the northwest end of the field. It will make some difference if either of the teams decide they want to try to throw some long passes. The East team just simply felt like they were going to try to power the football, but they started out with the long pass to really break things up, and they had 2 sustained drives after that. Were able to eventually convert again by way of the air for a touchdown. As the East leads in the game 13-8. It was 6-0 the East. And the West came back, took the lead 8-6. A big play again by the East as they had taken the lead 13-8. And now saying, this is the second quarter of play here at Hildreth. Quarterback is Kent Nelson. Looking around with his back split behind him, drops straight back, takes the handoff, looking back again, gets it to Pat Leach. Leach gets a good block up front, cuts the inside of the 35. Coming out to the
30. Tackle led by 17, Travis Gillitley.
Down, but a first down has been registered here. That's the 4th first down of the ball game for the West. Nelson will check out here.
First down at 15.
This is the kind of football that
the ball at the 29-yard line.
He likes to power the football at you, and that's what he's doing right here. Coming down the backfield, taking the pass and dropping.
Go, boy!
Ball being recovered by 16, Unger.
23, Jerry Silva.
Tackle led by 23, Jerry Silva.
That time, and Unger just simply falling down on the football. They'll lose about 4 or 5 yards on that one. Let's go.
Loss of 5 on the play will make it second down and 20.
Quarter of play. The East has the lead 13-8. Checking out of the ball game is Wade Dickenson. He comes out, and coming in will be Brad Callahan checking back into the ball game. Callahan from Hildreth. Now right about the 34-yard line of the East. The second down and 20 for the West. Straight back is Leach. He's got
Pass attempt by 24, Leach is incomplete.
42 happens to be Geoff.
Bring up third down and 20.
It's in every chapter for Pitt, by the way, and Jerry Silva coming in to make the defensive play to help him drop the football. So let's call it third down and 20. That lead's got a lot of pressure that time. Lyndon Ginn, I believe it is, from Trumbull. Lyndon Ginn, 5'11", 200-pound nose guard. He came right in there and gave that leads a lot of problems. Wide to the left, that's long. It's going to be third down and 20 for the West. Dropping straight back is Nelson. He's got a man open across the face.
Pass attempt from Leeds to 36, Geoff Long is incomplete. Bring up fourth down and 20.
Pressure had to get rid of the football, and it was incomplete. So it'll be fourth down and 20 with 10:30 to go in the half. He's leading 13-8. Let's see what they decide to do. Coming out is Geoff Long, and checking back in is Wade Dickenson. Into the backfield for the West. And Nelson is now back to punt the football away. Snap is back. They'll get the kick away. It's a high ball being taken by Callahan. He's at the 15.
Ball being returned by 17, Travis Gallantly.
46.
Tackle led by 46, Doug Brown.
Way to go, Doug!
15.
Woo! Yeah!
The East team.
Got a boy, Doug!
Lead here of 13-8. Just simply get the feeling that at any
First down and 15, with the ball at the 18-yard line.
Let's go, D! Let's go, Rex!
Jerry Silva with 5 tackles, 2 unassisted in the ball game. Jeff Wells has 3 tackles in the ball game. Back is Callahan. He wants to go.
Pass attempt by 11, Callahan being intercepted by 24, Pat Leach. Tackled by 33, Minky. Penalty flags on the play.
Pat again was the man in on the tackle, and this will only be the second flag we've seen here on the evening. Blocking below the knees will be called on the West team. So they'll walk downward back.
Blocked below the waist after the interception is the penalty call.
Many times throughout his high school career just playing center field. Callahan really put some steam on that football. Leach waiting, and just finally able to reach up, take the ball away for the interception, and then came the flag after he was tackled and put down. So they'll mark the ball off. Let's see where they finally spot it. Now the official telling us again that blocking below the knees will be called on the West team. And they'll put the ball
First down and 15.
18-yard line. It'll be first down
For the West,
from there with
the ball at the 17-yard line.
Half of the ball game. And the East leading in the game 13-8. West into the I formation now. Quarterback a long count. Pitches it back to his I-back line. Over the 25.
Ball carried by 16, Unger.
By number, I believe that's 29 over there. And the tackle, Geoff Wells.
Tackle led by 29, Geoff Wells.
From Elba.
19, Chad Hint.
Field tackle. Now the West will bring in a new face. 42 checks in.
Gain of 8 on the play will bring up second down and 7.
Coming out of the number 32, Jeff Crump. Second down and 7, an 8-yard pickup on that play. Quarterback Leach now will split his running backs. They're about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Long count, 3 defensive linemen coming in. They'll pitch it back to Long. He cuts to the inside. He's over the
Ball carried by 36, Long. Tackle led by 29, Geoff Wells.
First down the ball game for the West. Move the ball up to
Gain of 9 on the play will make it first down and 15.
5-yard
With the ball at the 35-yard line.
there with 8:49 left to go in the first half of play. Now Matt Schultz comes out, and number 14, Mike Greenland, 5'11", 145 from Arcadia, checks into the ball game. George Luke, his coach over there at Arcadia, gets his first opportunity in the ball game. One running back, they'll pitch it back. Under over the 30.
Ball carried by 16, Unger. Tackle made by 29, Wells.
East team. West just simply trying to grind it out, trying to play some power football here.
Gain of 3 on the play will bring up 2nd down and 12.
Back out of the game, and Dickenson checks back in for the West. 2nd down and 12. 8:05 to go in the first half of play. The East has the lead 13-8. Lots of good football here in this 6-man all-star game at Hildreth.
Get there, come
Long
on,
count, lead, passing it back to Unger. Unger gets a good touchdown.
Too far.
Makes the score, the West 14, the East 13.
Way to go, Unger! Go, Unger!
5-yard run for him. And it's now, lead is gone back. In the West, they lead it 14-13. Life is going to try the 2-point conversion. Nelson will hold on to the football. Snap is back, the kick is away, it's long enough.
After point attempt by 44, Tripe is no good. With 7:47 remaining in the half, your score remains
The second
the
annual
West 14,
6-man
the
all-star
East
football
13.
game. It is now 14-13. The West with the lead, and we'll be back with more all-star football right after this.
Ticket for the West 44, Rhett Tripe.
Well, 14-13 is the score. The West with the lead. Red Tripe to pick the football away. Gallantly is back deep. Waiting for the ball. Randall Barr on the near side. Kick is away. Taken by Barr at his own 5. Out to number 14. Out to the side. Ducks his head down.
Goes 75 yards. Gets a kickoff for the touchdown.
By 25, Randall Barr for the touchdown. Makes the score, the East 19, the West 14.
Back 19-14. What a run that was. Randall Barr took the ball, cut straight up the middle to about the 25-yard line. He ducked his head down. 2 or 3 people banged together. He just simply did a 360 to the near side, went up, straight up the field, and nobody recovered for it. I think everybody thought that he'd probably gone down in that pile-up, but he just spun around, came up the near side, scored the touchdown, and now it's 19-14. The East with the lead again, and let's see what they want to do with this one. Whether they go for 1 or 2. They're going to go for the 2. Back to kick it is Eric Weber from Guide Rock. 5'10", 200 pounds. He's a soccer stop kicker, and the snap from center is dropped. They'll throw it back to Callahan. He cuts to the inside, breaks the tackle. He's not going to make a wall. It'll be no good. So it's 7:30.
Carried by number 11, Steve Callahan.
He's taking a lead back 19-14, and we're going to be back with more
Tackle made by
all-star
28, Greg Brennan, 30, Eric Bondegard. With 7:33 remaining in the half, your score remains the East 19, the West 14. Kicking for the East, number 35, John Klein. Back to receive for the West, 16, Matt Unger.
They'll go to Geoff Long. He'll get it at his own 15. They've got a wedge build up for him. He's coming to the inside, and it's not going to work this time.
Ball carried by 36, Geoff Long. Tackle led by 23, Silva. 29, Wells.
6'2", 155 from Shickley.
First down and 15 for the West. The ball at the 17-yard line.
19-14. Lots of good football action here at Hildreth. And again, you're listening to your sports leader in Central Nebraska for FM 104. West with a football. 1 running back. There's a pitch back. Leads to Unger. Unger gets some blocking up front this time.
Ball carried by 16, Unger.
The too much of a pickup, maybe 3 or 4 yards on this one.
Tackle led by 21, Merrill Glather.
Momentum defensively. They're really cutting down those lanes where the long runs have come from. Defensive line just simply...
Gain of 3 on the play will make it second down and 12.
Rather than coming straight for the man with the football in the backfield. Second and 12. Leach pitching it back. He was hit, and they're not going to go anywhere. Geoff long.
Ball carried by 24, Leach.
Wells just simply wrapped his arms around him and drove him down.
Tackle made by 29, Geoff Wells.
Field, and it's going to be third down. And let's see what they put up. Third down at 12. Clock running with about 6:13 left to go in the half. 19-14 is the score. The East with the lead.
Loss of 7 on the play will make it third down and 19.
Loss of 7
ball
yards.
at the 13-yard line.
Third down and 19 rather than third down and 12. That Leach, the quarterback, dropping straight back. He's looking to the near side. He wants to throw the ball. It's to Gutenberger. It'll be
Pass
incomplete.
attempt by 24, Leach to 20. Gutenberger is incomplete.
Coming in.
We'll bring up fourth down and 19.
And Jerry Silva playing it very close to the receiver, but the ball a bit underthrown as Leach was under a lot of pressure back there to get rid of the football. Pat Ginn checks out of the ball game at 6-footer, 175. As they send Travis Gallantly back to receive this punt. It'll be fourth down and 19. Kent Nelson is the punter. He gets the kick there, and it's a long end over in Gallantly. Beautiful block brings it through the 40.
Ball being returned by 17, Travis Gallantly. Tackle led by 36, Geoff Long.
Merrill Glather, I believe that is, for Shipley, 5'10", 150.
First down and 15 for the East. The ball at the 37-yard line.
For the East, they do lead at 19-14. A strong, unbalanced line to the right side. Callahan, the quarterback, he's been there throughout the ball game. Long count, coming back with it. He picked over the right side of Mcintyre. He's down to 35.
Ball carried by 39, Jason Mcintyre. Tackle led by 24, Pat Leach.
Leach in on the tackle.
Gain of 2 on the play will bring up second down and 13. The ball at the 35-yard line.
Second down and 13. And we're under 5 minutes to go here in the first half of the ball game. And the East hanging on to that 19-14 lead and trying now to add some more points to it. Here's the West 35-yard line right on the center of the field. Unbalanced, strong line to the left. They'll pitch it back over the left side. Coming inside the 30. Down to the 25. Getting out of bounds with the 20.
Ball carried by 33, Bernie Minky.
And this guy is one strong.
Tackle led by number 12, Matt Webster.
Lawrence, 6'1", 180. Mark Reinhardt is his coach there. He does get the first
Gain of 14 on the play will make it first down and 15.
First down, Mike Greenland.
But the ball at the 21-yard line.
So it'll be first down and 15 for the East. And they are now at the, let's call it the 20-yard line on the hash mark to the near side. It's Callahan over the center. The line strong to the right side. The West now charging with 3 people. They'll pitch it around the guy.
Ball carried by 39, Mcintyre. Tackle led by 34, Colin Suda.
On the tackle from Palisade.
Penalty flag on the play. Holding is the call against the East.
Penalty for the East right here. There haven't been too many. That's only 3 penalties in the entire ball game. 2 on the West and 1 on the East. But this could be a costly one right here as they'll walk this one back.
How many guys you got? 3 guys.
Showing 4:39 to go in the half. They'll march all the way back to the 34-yard line of the West. Holding will be called. And the East going back to the bench to bring Mcintyre out of the ball game. And I believe that Travis Gallantly checked in to take his place.
10-yard holding penalty will make it first down and 27.
Now Ken Bruckner's going to spread his team out. The center is there by himself. It's a shotgun with everybody else over on the far side of the field. They'll pitch it back. Gallantly takes the throw. He's inside the 50. They're going to see him. He's down to 30.
carried by 17, Travis Galloway.
Blocking out front. That almost worked to perfection that time. But somebody, seeing what happened, adjusted to it on the defense. I believe it was number 30 that came over. Eric Bondegaard from Lodgepole.
Gain of 2 on the play will make it second down and 25.
A lot stronger.
With the ball at the 31-yard line.
Than Steve Callahan. He's a lot bigger kid, and he was able to push him out of the way. And Galloway, trying to get around all of that, went down to one knee, and the official right there to call it. Second down, and they're going to call it 25 yards to go for the first down. You need to get down to about the 5-yard line to get a first down. Line is now balanced. Callahan pitching over and outside. Looking deep back to Callahan, and it will be intercepted.
Passes in by 33, Bernie Minky is intercepted by number 24, Pat Leach. Tackled on the play by number 11, Steve Callahan.
Lifting straight back, made the catch for the interception. His second of the ball game, and the ball now goes back to the West with 3:33
Officials timeout
to go in the first half, and the East hanging on to that 19-14 lead. The official now blowing the whistle. We're ready to go on the clock. Now timeout called as the West calls timeout. We'll tell you again, there's just 3.5 minutes to go in the half. The East leading 19-14. Got about everything out of a football game that you would expect out. The penalties have been minimal. There have been only 3 in the ball game. As the West now trying to come around with Unger carrying the football, but he'll not get very far.
Ball carried by 16, Unger.
Right in on the
Tackle led by 25, Barr. 37, Tom Johnson.
Second down.
Gain of 6 on the play will make it second down and 9.
9 yards to go for the first down. Checking back out of the ball game is Geoff Cryman coming back in. Wade Dickenson from Lodgepole. From Palisade. Second and 9. Long count, unbalanced line, strong to the left. They'll pitch it back again to Unger. He's at the line of scrimmage, tries to spin away, picks up 2 or 3 yards.
Ball carried by Unger.
Over there again, number 23.
Tackle led by 37, Johnson. 23, Silva.
Hines right in the area to help out also, and let's call it now third down.
Gain of 4 on the play will bring up third down and 5.
5 yards to go for the West to get that first down. Brad Schultz checks out of the ball game. Brad Bonhammer checks back in for the West. 2:18 to go in the half. Lots of football action here in the first half. A lot more to come in the second half. Doug Smith down below us, unable to play. Now dropping straight back is Leach, throwing it off to the near side.
Pass attempt from 24, Leach. To 36, Jeff Long is complete.
36, Jeff Long in on the tackle.
Tackle led by number 15, Robbie Kuranda.
5'9", 145. Scott Hallstrom, his coach there. And first down.
Gain of 6 on the play will make it first down and 15 with the ball at the 25-yard line.
It's going to be first down and 15. We're under 2 minutes to go in the half. West in control of the football, but the East leading 19-14. Long in motion to the near side. Leach pitches it up.
Ball carried by 16, Unger.
Wells again.
Tackle led by 29, Wells. 23, Silva.
A loss of about 3 or 4 more yards. Rod Goodenberger comes in.
Loss of 4 on the play will make it second down and 19 with the ball at the 21-yard line.
Unger comes out of the ball game. And Clodhammer also. So let's see if we have Greenland and Goodenberger going down the field. Maybe for the long pass. Let's see what happens. Second down and 19 yards to go for the West. They'll throw it short to Goodenberger. He comes to the inside trying to spin away, but will not get very far.
Ball carried by 20, Rod Goodenberger. Tackle led by 37, Tom Johnson.
Tom Johnson in on the tackle again. We haven't heard anything out of Tom Johnson for a little while, but he came right back in there.
Penalty flag on the play. Flipping is the penalty call against the West.
So a tough break for them right there with a bit of 3 seconds left to go here in the first half of play. With the East leading 19-14. We'll have to see what happens there. The official talking to the East team about what they want to do, and they're looking over the bench for some help there It's going to be denied. I thought they might do that because it'll be a...
The clipping penalty is declined.
Still about third down, about 19 yards to go, I do believe, for the first down. Let's see what they finally put up on the clock. And the clock is running.
Third down and 17. Ball at the 23-yard line.
Now out of the huddle in a hurry. Let's put a man out wide on the right side. That's Geoff Long. They're going motion to the inside. Leads to Untitled. Back over to Long. He's got his in the backfield. Coming up out of that center left line.
Ball carried by 36, Geoff Long.
Tom Johnson, and this guy has played some good
Tackle made by 37, Tom Johnson.
He wants to call a timeout there. 35 seconds left to go here in the half.
Loss of one on the play will bring up fourth down and 18. The ball at the 21-yard line.
Is ahead of the West 19-14. The six-man all-star game, and we'll be back with more. The West, they're going to kick the ball away. It'll be Ken Nelson back there to do the kicking. Ken gets it high in the air.
Ball being returned by 17 gallantly. Tackle made by number 22, Kent Nelson.
15. In on the tackle, number 22, Kent Nelson. Man, he kicked the football away. Was the man.
First down and 15 for the East. With the ball at the 31-yard line.
15 for the East. 19-14. Ryan from Wallbacks is center over the football. Stanky over on the right side. They have three men lined up over there. They're flooding one area. On the I formation, Callahan pitches it back. They're looking.
Pass attempt from 21, Blackburn. To 43, Todd Ryan is complete. Tackle led by 33, Bernie Minky.
I think he's got enough for the first down. Time's going to be called by the East.
Gain of 12 on the play will make it second down and 3.
Everybody wide open and very alertly. Todd Ryan came back. He saw the pressure that was there. Turned around, waved for the ball. They dumped it off to him. He went all the way down. I don't know if he's got a first down. It looks like it's going to be a second down for him. He's about 3 yards short of that first down. 8 seconds left to go. We've not ever had a field goal kicked in the East-West All-Star game, and we've got some people here that might be able to do just that. That breeze is blowing strong enough, even if the kicker isn't strong enough. But let's just wait and see what the coach decides to do out there. Ken Bruckner out there talking to his troops. Greg Peterson from Holbrook out talking to his West team. 19-14, the East leading in this game. Again, the hats off to the Hildreth Lions Club for an excellent job of putting a ball game together.
All right, you guys, pick it up.
Wide to the left is Robbie Ferranda. Quarterback is Callahan. He's got Gallantly behind him. 2 men on the right side. Ball back to Gallantly.
He's got the first down. He rolls out of bounds.
Ball carried by 33, Ryan.
If he was able to go out.
Tackle made by 28, Greg Brennan. That's the end of the first half. At halftime, your scores, the East 19, the West 13.
Todd Ryan catching the ball 2 times in a row from a passer that just simply had too much pressure to set up and throw. And Ryan carrying the football.
At this time, the Hildreth Lions Club would like to recognize our officials for tonight's game and our cheerleaders with a certificate. First for the officials, our referee tonight is Mr. Tim Beck. Our umpire tonight is Mr. Don Shield. Our headlinesman tonight, Mr. Terry Shield. The linesman is Mr. Rod Ridenauer. And our back judge is Mr. Blake Johnson. Thank you to these gentlemen for tonight. Our cheerleaders tonight are being provided by the Trumbull Schools and the Hildreth Public Schools.
Sorry,
First for our East cheerleaders from Trumbull, Miss Jessica Schaefer, Miss Lori Grummert, Miss Mandy Meester, and Miss Michelle Leonhard.
Your position is
Thank you to these girls. Our cheerleaders from the West tonight are being provided by the Hildreth Public Schools. They are Miss Christy Mitzner, Miss Carrie Himge, Miss Tracy Evers, and Miss Kim Anderson. Thank you to these girls. Our official timer tonight is Mr. Joel Panner.
back here again.
Our spotters tonight, Mr. Todd Geoff, Mr. Dave Casper, and Mr. Miles Ehlers. My personal thanks to these gentlemen.
East will kick the ball away here.
Kicking it off for the East will be number 25, Randall Barr. Back to receive for the West, number 16, Matt Unger. Onside kick being recovered by number 33, Bernie Minke for the East.
The ball just eluded him. He looks like he might have twisted an ankle or something. He's very slow to come off the field, but I believe he's going to be all right.
It'll be first down at 15 with the ball at the 33-yard line.
Minke, the man to recover the football, trying to get some points on that board right away. Evans, fan, number 35, John Klein, wide out on the left side. New quarterback in the ball game as they give it now to Callahan. He tries to come back forward.
Ball carried by number 11, Steve Callahan. Tackle led by number 44, Rhett Trite.
Trite wasn't fooled at all. They had Jason McIntyre.
Loss of 2 on the play will bring up second down and 17.
Reaching out was Bernie Minke to get a hand on the ball. I think he figured the ball was supposed to come to him. Just a little bit of a lapse there was all, but they were able to hang on to it. The East. It's going to be second down and 17. A loss of about 2 yards. They're in the wishbone with a receiver out wide on the right side. They'll pitch it back, coming straight ahead.
Ball carried by 11, Callahan. Tackle made by 44, Trite.
Defensive player of the game here for the West team. 2 excellent defensive plays in a row. It'll be third down and 18. A loss of 3 yards on the last 2 plays. So
loss of 2 on the play will make it third down at 19. With the ball at the 36-yard line.
Red Tribe show you that it's simply not just offensive football. Back in the I formation, Callahan the quarterback. They're at the West 35-yard line. There's a fake handoff in the line, so incomplete. Trying to get the ball to
pass attempt from 11, Callahan to 41, Craig Furley is incomplete.
Craig went up in the air for the ball, but just right off the fingertips.
Bring up fourth down at 19.
The ball resting at the West 35.5-yard line. Early here in the third quarter of play, the East trying some onside kick to start the quarter. They got the ball back, but have simply not been able to advance it. They've lost 3 yards on 3 downs. Barr is back to kick it away. He's got pressure, gets a line drive, kick away, will bounce at the 5. And it's going to be down there at about the 2-yard line. Randall Barr came down in a hurry.
Barr being down by number 25, Randall Barr.
An excellent punt and a beautiful downing of the ball.
It'll be first down and 15 for the West. With the ball at the 1-yard line.
Finding itself in its own 1-yard line with 79 yards to go, and they're down in the game, 19-14. Checking out of the ball game is Matt Schultz. Jeff Crum checking back in. That leads the quarterback, and his backs are split. He'll hand it to Unger. Unger following the blocking out to the 5, out to the 7-yard line.
Ball carried by 16, Unger.
23, Jerry Silva.
Tackle led by 23, Silva.
Continues to pile up those defensive stats for himself. Quadhammer checks into the ball game. Jeff Crum now comes
Gain
back
of
out.
7 on the play, make it second down and 8.
Second down and 8 for the West, deep in their own territory at about the 8-yard line. Third quarter of play, 9:30 to go here in the third quarter. 12-minute quarters in this game. Handoff over the left side, coming back inside again. Too far on this one. Number 36.
Ball carried by 36, Jeff Long.
And he was tackled by Jeff Long.
Tackle led by 29, Jeff
Also
Wells.
continues to pile up those stats on the defense.
Gain of 4 on the play will make it third down and 4.
19.
The ball at the 12-yard line.
Coming back out is Wade Dickenson. The clock running. We've got a man, Jeff Long, with some equipment problems. He's all right now. Pat Leach, the quarterback, setting up the play he wants to run. 3-man defensive rush, now 4 for the
penalty flag on the play.
Now illegal motion will be called on the West. They had a man up and moving 2 counts before the ball was snapped. They'll talk to the defense on this one, and I'm sure they'll move it back. They're going to walk off for 5 yards. It'll now be third down and about 14 yards to go. It should be. Let's see what
5-yard procedure penalty will bring up third down at 9.
Neither team able to score. So far here in the third quarter of play, it'll be third down at 9 yards to go for the first down for the West. Leach coming out of the huddle, puts Jeff Long out wide to the left. One running back, that's Unger. Leach pitches it back to Unger. He's following his blocking out to the 10.
Ball carried by 16, Unger.
15-yard line. They may have gone down a little bit sooner.
Tackle led by 37, Tom Johnson, 25, Randall Barr.
The ball will be setting now at the West 15.
Gain of 8 on the play will bring up fourth down and 1.
The ball game will be Kent Nelson.
The ball at the 15-yard line.
44, Brett Price comes in. Unger will check out of the ball game along with Pat Leach. Now Travis Gallantly will drop back to his own 35-yard line, expecting a pretty good punt out of Nelson. Nelson's gotten the ball high, and he just floats the ball down the field. Let's see what happens here. Nelson will pick the ball away from about his own 7-yard line. They tap it up to Tripe. They'll hand it off, and Long has the football. Let's see if he gets it or not. I don't know if he
Ball
did it
carried
or not,
by Long.
but he was tackled.
Tackle made by number 11, Steve Callahan.
Steve Callahan in on the tackle. Let's see what we've got here. We got
Gain of 2 on the play will make it first down and 15.
He did get the first down, so the West
With the ball at the 17-yard line.
being behind 19 to 14. They want to get something moving here. And a very daring play deep in their own territory gives them the first down. Leach back into the ball game. Everything worked to perfection for them. They'll pitch it back to Unger. Unger gets a good block. He's out to the 20.
Ball carried by Unger. Tackle made by 29, Wells.
And Wells in on the tackle for the East. Let's make it second down, and we're giving them
Gain of 4 on the play will bring up second down and 11.
Now shows 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter of play, and he's still hanging on to a 19 to 14 lead. Wade Dickenson checks out of the ball game for the West. Coming in to take his place, Jeff Long, number 36. They'll put Long out wide on the left side. They're on the hash mark to the near side. That's the West team. Inside to Jeff Long. He's got loose yards.
Ball carried by 36, Long.
That Unger really
Tackled by 25, Barr.
Missed the tackle, or somebody did.
37, Johnson.
5 or 6 yards on that one, and then on the tackle, Randall Barr and Tom Johnson again. So the East playing
Loss of 8 on the play.
Football
Bring up third down at 19.
Running the blockers and the ball carrier over.
The ball at the 14-yard line.
19 for the West. They'll come out of the huddle and they'll send a man out wide on the left side. That's Eric Bondegard. Dropping straight back is Leach. He's in trouble. Throws the ball away and they call incomplete.
Pass attempt by 24, Pat Leach is incomplete.
And trying to
Bring up
spin away.
fourth down at 19.
Had a receiver whose back was to him. It was incomplete, and it's going to be fourth down and 19. And now we'll see that ball punted away. Gallantly comes back again. And The ball resting at the 13.5-yard line of the West, and now the official wants to call a timeout. Doug Brown, the center from Orleans, 6'1", 235, having some equipment problems. He's all straightened out. Now Kent Wells dropping back to punt the ball away. He'll get rid of the ball at about the 5-yard line. Gallantly now back to his own 30. There's the kick, and it's a high end over-under. Coming to the near side, bounces at the 35. Picked up by Gallantly at the 40. He's at the 35 of the West, the 32.
Ball being returned by 17, Travis Gallantly.
The crowd over here.
Tackle led by 22, Kent Nelson.
Kent Nelson in on the tackle. And number 30 over there with him, Bondegard.
First down and 15 for the East.
Right there in the crowd. Picked the ball out of the air at the 40. Brought it
the ball at the 28-yard line.
And now the East trying to get something moving. They lead 19-14. Line is in tight. The backs are side to side. There's a handoff. Coming back is
ball carried by 33, Bernie Minky. Tackle made by number 34, Colin Suda.
Colin Suda, 6'1", 190 from Palisade, and on the tackle, and he just simply turned Menke around, and Menke just couldn't go anyplace. Turned around, tried to get away, and he was thrown down.
Loss of 4 in the play will bring up second down at 19.
For the East. And they continue now to be stymied on the defense by the West. They did the same thing to the West just a few moments ago. Unbalanced line, strong to the right. Switch it back to Mcintyre on the right side. He's inside the 30.
Ball carried by 39, Jason Mcintyre. Tackle made by number 24, Pat Leach.
Leach in on the tackle. That's got to be the hardest run of the ball game so far. It was just all power coming around the right side. Now,
gain of 14 on the play will bring up third down and 5. With the ball at the 18-yard line.
For the East. And for the West, it'll be Leach, Long, and Pike. Captains there. Third down and 5. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. The East leading 19-14. Callahan, the quarterback, pitching it back to Mcintyre.
Ball carried by 39, McIntyre. Tackle made by 20, Goodenberger. 24, Leach.
And Leach also helping out on that tackle.
34, Suda.
For the East.
No gain on the play, make it fourth down and 5.
Neither of the teams in 8 minutes now have been able to put any points on the board. Checking out of the game, John Klein, 6'2", 180 from Spalding. He'll check out of the ball game. Let's see what the East decides that they want to do. They're going to go for it. Callahan, the quarterback. He's in the I formation. He'll hand it off now. He keeps it. Wants to throw. And he is intercepted by
Pass attempt by 11. Callahan is intercepted by 24, Pat Leach.
Travis Gallantly down the sideline.
Being knocked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
He was able to go in the air, take the ball away, came down.
It'll be first down and 15 for the West at the 5-yard line.
They could not afford it. They lead 19-14. And a play like that can certainly change the momentum around in the ball game. Both teams were pretty much at a standstill here in the third quarter of play, really unable to get any offense generated at all because of the defenses. First and 15, Leach with the ball. Pitches it back to Unger. Trying to sweep to the right side.
Ball carried by 16, Matt Unger.
Cut off that what might be a long run right at the back of the line of scrimmage. Or maybe a yard or two gain, and that's about
23, Silva.
Silva in
25
again for the East. A loss of a yard, second down and 15.
Loss of 1 on the play will bring up second down and 16.
Trying to generate some offense. But the East All-Star team saying, no, you're not gonna. Hash mark to the near side as they come out of the huddle. Doug Brown, center over the football. Following the signals, the backs are split. Bootleg around the left side. Leach looking, throws it, and it's incomplete.
Pass attempt by 24, Leach is incomplete.
It was underthrown and into the ground.
We'll bring up third down and 16.
Leach not getting any time at all back there to set up and throw the ball. West bringing in number 47, checks out of the game. That's Lyndon Ginn. And number 45, Eric Weber from Guide Rock, checks into the ball game. Eric at 5'10" and 200 pounds. 19-14, the East with a lead, under 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter of play.
Leach setting up the offense. The back in the I formation. He drops straight back and he's looking to throw. He's looking deep for Gittenberger if he can. Can't find him at all. Coming out of the backfield. The ball's going to be
Pass
out of
attempt by 24. Leach to 42. Foothammer is complete.
Lodgepole catches the football, but he was hit hard over there.
Tackle made by 23. Silva, 25 bar.
And it's going to be fourth down for the West as the East defense stymies that offense again. Both teams have turned to the defense here in the third quarter and have not allowed one another to generate anything.
Gain of 4, make it fourth down and 11.
The East with the lead. Checking back into the ball game, number 37, Tom Johnson comes in. Kent Nelson from Hildreth back to punt. Deep in his own end zone. Kicks it high and he kicks it long. Galloway at the 38-yard line. He's back to the far side of the 40. 35. Tries to come out on the inside.
Ball being returned by 17 to Bentley. Tackle made by 46, Doug Brown.
For the East, as they now try to generate some offense, something neither of the teams have been able to do here in the third quarter. But for the East, they have some comfort in knowing that they lead.
First down and 15 for the East. With the ball at the 30-yard line.
Second half of play. Checking back in Craig Furley. Into the end on the right side. Back in the I formation. Two big running backs for the East back there right now. Steve Callahan, the quarterback, calling the signal. Gives it to the second man field. He keeps it out. Rolling to the left. Looking into the middle. It's complete.
That's the pass from 11. Callahan to 31. Craig Furley is complete.
Caught the pass and Eric Bondegard put a hit on
Tackle led by number 30, Eric Bondegard.
He'll check out of the ball game. So Furley checks out. Jerry Silva comes back in. It'll be second down for the East, and we'll see how many yards they had to go.
Gain of 11 on the play will bring up second down and 4.
Furley, with just about a minute and a half left to go in the third quarter of play, and the East leading 19-14. Now the backs are split. There's a fake handoff to one man coming around the left side.
Carried by 33. Bernie
Menke carrying the football.
Tackle led by 30. Bondegard, 24. Leach.
And Bondegard, at the same time, they straightened him right up, and he was able to power forward for about a yard or so.
No gain on the play. Bring up third down and 4. The ball at the 20-yard line.
Down at 4 yards to go for the Eastern at the West 20-yard line. Let's see what they decide to do here. They've tried to sweep around both sides, have not really had much luck with it. One linebacker right in the middle, unbalanced strong to the right side. Trying to come straight up the middle.
Ball carried by 25, Randall Barr. Tackle made by 44, Trice.
Some big yards on this one. They finally set it down at the 27-yard line. Now it's going to be fourth down for the East. Let's see if they've got timeout or not. The number 35 checking out of the ball game right now is John Klein. So the East now has a decision of some kind to make.
Loss of 7 on the play will bring up fourth down and 12.
Now they'll turn
the ball at the 27-yard line.
Galloway will come into the ball game. So let's see if Callahan tries to hook up with Galloway on a pass. 106, 105 to go in the third quarter. 19-14, East with the lead. Barr, Gallantly, and Silva over wide on the right side. Gallantly in motion to the near side. Callahan, the quarterback, takes the handoff. He's going to Gallantly, and then intercepted by Pat Leach again. He is in the end zone, I do believe.
Pass attempt by Callahan is intercepted by 24, Pat Leach.
Pat Leach tackled in the end zone. He's going to get 2 points to the West, and it's now 19-16. Pat Leach making his fourth interception that time, trying to break to the far side to cut back up the field. He was tripped up in the end zone. I didn't see who it was that made the tackle on him. But the West will have to kick the ball away from its own 15-yard line. They're going to
24, Pat Leach was tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And it's now, 21-14.
That makes the score the East 21. The West 14.
14 is 21-14. The West now will get a free kick with 44 seconds left to go in the
We
third.
want to remind everybody that we have the food concession stands on both the west and the east sides.
With the coaches over there.
Hot
While
dogs,
they do that, let's take a
popcorn,
quick
whatever you
30-second
like,
timeout.
available. Also, we have T-shirts and programs available and order blanks for videotapes of tonight's game. Travis Gelletley,
14 to 44.
number 25, Randall Barr.
The West has the lead.
Kicking off for the West will be number 44, Rhett Tripe.
Tripe from Orleans. Jeff Smith is his coach. He's the assistant coach here today. And that's done a pretty good job kicking the football. Gelletley is back. Randall Barr is back at about their own 15-yard line, waiting for the kick, and it's a long one. They go to the far side. Gelletley is going to the 17.
Ball being returned by Gelletley. Tackle led by number 14, Mike Greenland.
Tackle Mike Greenland from Arcadia.
First down and 15 for the East.
First down and 15 for the East.
With the ball at the 38-yard line.
East leading the game 21-14. Greenland now checks into the secondary for the West. Also number 36, Geoff Long coming in. First down and 15. Go, Tripe! Left-handed pass is thrown by
Pass is down by 21, Glasser is incomplete.
the pass is going to be incomplete.
Bring up second down at 15.
People ran into the crowd. The ball popped off the back of one of the players, but it's still, I thought, playable, but the official calling it dead right there. And that's what it'll be. Second down at 15 yards to go. For the East now, the officials went timeout. After the quarterback for the East at this point, 5'10" from Chipley, 150 pounds.
Ball carried by 25, Randall Barr.
Running over a cameraman, and guy looks like
Tackle led by 24, Pat Leach. That is the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Your score is the East 21, the West 14.
The East leads as we go into the final 12 minutes of play, 21 to 14, and we'll be back with those final 12.
We'd like to thank PepsiCo Bottling Company out of Hayden.
29.5-yard line. Long pass. Looks back to the right.
Ball carried by 39, Jason Mcintyre. Tackle led by 36, Jeff Long.
Long in on the tackle.
34, Colin Suda.
Fourth down and 3 there.
Loss of 3 in the play will bring up fourth down and 6.
The snap is back. They will kick it off the side again.
Ball being punted by 33. Minky rolls out of bounds. It'll be first down and 15 for the West. With the ball at the 32-yard line. Pass attempt by 24, Pat Leach to 20, Rod Gutenberger is complete. Tackle made by 17, Gelletley. Gain of 5 on the play will bring up second down and 10.
It's under 11 minutes to go in the ball game. And he's leading at 21-14. Running out of game though, the West team brings Clodhammer wide on the left side. They have 2 men out wide under, wide on the right side. The snap coming back.
The 36 long is complete. Tackle led by 11, Callahan.
By Steve
33, Mickey.
And they've got enough there for the first down. It's going to be first down and 15 for the West team. East leading 21.
First down and 15. The ball at the 30-yard line.
Gutenberger split out wide on the right side. Unger also over wide on the right. A man wide to the left. They throw it into the middle. It is incomplete. Off the
Pass attempt by Leach is incomplete.
Steve Callahan almost
bring up second down and 15.
With an interception, but the ball bounced off of the man's hands a bit too high for Callahan to react to, and it went down incomplete. It'll stop the clock. Still second and 15 for the West. They'll come out of that huddle in a hurry. As they send Unger wide to the right side. Hammer wide to the left. And also on the wing. Snap comes back into the hands of Geoff Long. He'll give it back to Leach. Leach has got time to throw now. Over the middle of the football ground. It's Unger. He's at the 15. Right to the top of the 5. Goes into the touchdown.
16-man Unger is complete for a touchdown. Makes the score. The East 21, the West 20.
We have to wait and see what happens here. But it's 21 to 20. East still has the lead. Let's see if they try to kick it through for the 2, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Rhett Tripe is back there to do the kicking. Leach, I believe, holding the football. The snap is back. The kick is away. It's long enough.
Third after attempt by 44. Rhett Tripe is no good.
Kicked about 40 yards in the air, but it was a bit off.
With 10-13 remaining in the game, the score remains the East 21, the West 20.
Still down 21-20 to the East, and we'll be back with more six-man all-star football right after this.
Number 25, Randall Barr. Kicking for the West, number 44, Rhett Tripe.
Kick is away and it's long. Ready for down. He'll get it at about the 5.
Ball carried by 17, Gillitley.
Beautiful open field tackle it was.
Tackle made by 28, Greg Brennan.
For the East at their own 20-yard line. So this series of plays right here could make the difference in the entire.
First down and 15 for the East with the ball at the 20-yard line.
Now at 10 minutes left to go in the ball game. The East leading 21-20. Some confusion down on the
timeout. West.
The West wants to call a timeout, and while they take timeout on the field. First down at 15 as we resume play here at Hildreth. The East has the football. It's back to Barr. Barr hands the football off to Glather. He's on the left side. He's on to the
ball carried by 21, Burl Glather.
And Rhett Tripe, big guy.
Tackle led by 24, Pat Leach. 44, Rhett Tripe.
But Tripe, the man that had the original hit. Big guy. Showing everybody here that we big folks do have some speed. There's a handoff to the backfield again.
Ball carried by 25, Barr.
Rhett Tripe in on the tackle. He's had some help there from Greg Brennan.
Tackled by 28, Greg Brennan. 44, Tripe.
East has, I do believe, 3 first downs.
First down at 15 for the East with the ball at the 39-yard line.
Has been by way of a long run and a long pass. They have some momentum now offensively as they send a couple of people out wide to the left side. Galloway's out there. John Klein, number 35. There's the pitch back to Barr. Barr hits on the side.
Ball carried by 25, Barr. Tackle made by 28, Brennan.
He was able to wrap up the man
play will make it 2nd down and 14. The ball at the 40-yard line.
Wide on the right side, Callahan with
Ball carried by Mcintyre. Tackle led by 30, Bondegard. Penalty flag on the play. Clipping is the penalty call against the East.
So costly penalty for them right here. Penalty happened about the 38-yard line of the East. He's talking down to the captain for the West. They'll walk it off, and it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. The ball will be marked at about the 23-yard line of the East. So 15-yard penalty. Clipping will be called. It will be 2nd down again. Ball rushing now at the East 28. Let's go at the 20-yard line. It's going to be over the football. Tries to pitch it back and it goes around. It's picked up back there by Mcintyre.
That's a win by 39. Jason Mcintyre to 41. Craig Fairley is complete. Tackle made by number 12, Matt Webster.
This play, McIntyre, a pretty big guy. Webster, 5'8", 145 pounds from Llewellyn.
Gain of 10 on the play will bring up 3rd down and 21. The ball at the 34-yard line.
They need to get all the way down to the 26-yard line of the West to get a 1st down. So it's 3rd down and 21 yards to go. 8 minutes left to go in the ball game. Don Gallantly, number 35, John Klein, all on the right side. They'll pass the ball back. There's the reverse.
Ball carried by 17, Gallantly. Tackle made by 28, Brennan. 24, Leach. Penalty flags on the play.
Off finally to Gallantly coming from the near side to the far side. And Clipping is going to be called again on the East.
Clipping is the penalty call against the East.
Really stymied the East. And I guess if you got to think positive about it, the only thing they've gotten out of it is heating up maybe about 2 minutes off that clock. The East does lead 21-20. But a loss of 30 yards from where they are right now, we put them down at the West 5-yard line. That's what those 15-yard penalties will mean to them. The official walking it off. He should come down to about the 27-yard line, and that's about where he's going to go with it. And it will be 3rd down. And if you're going to carry that ball now for the 1st down, it'll be 28 yards to go for the 1st down.
3rd down and 26.
Back from the shotgun. He'll pitch the ball back. Lather waiting to throw it long.
Pass attempt by 21. Lather is incomplete. Bring up 4th down and 26.
It's going to be 4th down and 28 yards to go for the East, and they'll have to kick the ball away. Coming off the field for the West, Bondegard, Dickenson, and Frank. And they've played some outstanding football here. The East back to kick the ball away. It's a slow snap. They had some trouble, but they got the kick away. It's at the West 30, rolls to the 25, inside to about the 21. It'll be down right there.
Ball being down by Mcintyre. Bring up 1st down and 15 for the West. Ball at the 22-yard line.
Bondegard gets into the ball game. The West now, I'm sure, will try to probably put the ball in there. 21-20. East with the lead. Last year, East won it 36-14. Both teams really struggling here in the football game. slides and the lefty is by the guard. He'll pitch it back.
Tackle made by 15. Robbie Caranda. 17, Gillenly.
Callahan checks into the game and Bodyguard comes out. Bodyguard did a good block down there.
Gain of 10 on the play will bring up second down and 5.
Out of the huddle, they got some offense generated. Second down and 5.
Penalty flag on the play.
West, I believe, is only there. Now they're going to call it. On the east, they're going to say somebody came over.
Encroachment is the penalty call against the east.
I thought the center came up, but the center did come up, but after the east player made some movement down there and crossed that plane. Goodberger checks out.
Officials timeout.
And I believe it's only the third penalty of the ball game. 6:54 left to go here in the game. They're going to measure this one. All the officials are out there measuring. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout.
Five-yard penalty.
Snap is back. We'll throw it over here. Go! He's trying to come up the field. He's got the
Leach to 16 under is complete.
Right in front of him. They split. After one man moved the other one just enough. They've got the first.
Tackle made by 19, Chad Hintz.
Bad hands, that is, with the tackle. It'll be first down for the West. I believe that's 8 first.
Gain of 3 on the play will make it first down and 15 for the West with the ball at the 40-yard line.
35 left to go in the ball game. The East leading at 21-20. That's been few and far between here in the second half of play. There's the snap back to Long. He'll give it to Leach.
Pass attempt from Leach to 36. Long is complete.
He's going to be short of the first down by a
Tackle made by 29, Wells.
Miranda and Wells in on the tackle over on the far side. It'll be second down and 3 yards to go for the first down.
Gain of 12 on the play will bring up second down and 3.
Now officials timeout.
Officials timeout.
Repair out on the field. A player for the West team having some front armor from Hildreth. Second and 3. Less than 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Wide to the left is Bondegaard. Wide to the right side, Gutenberg. Pitch it back to Leach. He fakes the pass, keeps the ball, jumps over his man. There's a flag down. Leach cutting across the field will run out of bounds.
Ball carried by 24, Leach being run out of bounds. Penalty flag on the play.
Called at about the 27-yard line of the East.
Walking below the waist is the penalty call against the West.
I thought the man was reaching out to grab somebody, but he kept moving along although he was on the ground. Kept going, he blocked the man below the knees. That'll be a question. That's just coming out. That's 2 men wide to the right side. Let's say it'll straight back to Long. He'll go to Leach. Leach looking down the field. Can't find anybody open.
Ball carried by 24, Leach.
In on the tackle is Leach. Looking down the field and moving.
Tackle made by 15,
Finally had to tuck the
Caranda.
in and he was rolled out of bounds by Caranda on the far side. Third down for the West with 5:24 to go in the game. The East leading 120.
Loss of 1 on the play will make it third down and 18.
He's playing some tremendous defensive football here in the second half of the game. Out of the huddle comes the West. Right to the near side. Quarterback will be Geoff Long. They get it back to him now over the Leach. Back again over the line.
Tackle made by 17, Gillitley. Loss of 7 on the play will bring up 4th down and 25, ball at the 30-yard line.
Lots of pressure. Ball is blocked. Roll down to the 15, picked up by Downley. Moves back to the 20, spins around to the inside.
Ball being returned by Gillitley.
He'll be wrapped up there by Geoff Long to the 36.
Tackle led by 36, Long.
By Travis Gallantly. Okay, defense, let's go. It appears to be all right. The East with the lead 21-20. Will have the football back with 4:31 to go in the contest.
First down and 15 to the East.
Out here tonight, really
ball at the 21-yard line.
Football offensively and defensively.
Timeout East.
Time is going to be called by the East as Coach Ken Bruckner comes out with back here again, 4:23 left to go in the ball game. The East leading 21-20. There's the putback from Callahan. The McIntyre diving forward after about the 30-yard line.
Ball carried by Jason McIntyre.
Showing us some good running.
Tackle led by 24, Pat Leach.
Able to just drive forward. Second down. For the East.
Gain of 9 on the play will bring up 2nd down and 6.
Again, we're going to pick our player of the game for both teams, offensively and defensively. At the end of the ball game. Callahan pitching it back again. Barr driving out to the 30.
Ball carried by 25, Barr.
Wrapped up there, and the East is simply.
Tackle led by 24, Leach.
Leach in on the tackle.
44, Tripe.
That Tripe also helping out. Tripe playing a lot of good
Officials
football
timeout.
this evening. For the Western, Tom Johnson plays some exceptional defense for the East. Time out of the field again as they bring the stakes out to measure this one. 3:49 left to go in the game, 21-20.
Prove yourself worthy, Troy!
Mother Nature remembering what happened last year, bringing some clowns back in here again. They're going to be short. The measurement about a yard short. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Gain of 5 on the play will bring up 3rd down and 1.
He's just first down to hang on to that football. Just simply eat up the front. Barr and McIntyre in the backfield. They give it to McIntyre. He's got the first down.
Ball carried by 39, McIntyre.
Able to push him back, but he's got the first down. That was just simply powered football.
Tackle led by 30, Bondegard, 24, Leach.
He's picked up the first down, 3:37.
Gain of 2 on the play will make it 1st down and 15 for the East. With the ball at the 39-yard line.
Let's go, defense! You can hold us!
Clock running, 2:27 to go. Balance line for the East. Callahan, the quarterback. McIntyre, he breaks the tackle. Inside the 35, down to the 30.
Ball carried by 39, McIntyre. Tackle led by 28, Brennan.
Brennan leading the way, but Red Tripe right in the middle of all of it again.
Officials timeout.
And now time's going to be called for the East, I believe. So with 3:11 to go in the ball game, the East driving and leading 21-20. We'll be back with the remainder of the ball game.
Ball carried by Barr. Loss of 1 on the play will make it 3rd down and 4. The ball at the 30-yard line. Ball carried by McIntyre. made by 24 Leach.
Picked up about a yard or so and was thrown down at about the 30-yard line. Mcintyre taking it on the second carry, brings it all the way down to the west 20-yard line. He has a first down here. That's 11 to go in the ball game. East leading 21-20 with this drive right here. If they don't score, they've eaten up most of the clock.
Penalty flag on the play.
Let's see if the West was thrown offside. Official's not giving any signal yet. They're talking to both head linesmen that the dead ball foul will be against the West. The West jumping offside.
Offsides is the penalty against the West.
Here to stagger the count just a bit enough to throw the West offside.
Go, dude!
5-yard offsides penalty will make it first down and 10. Ball at the 15-yard line. Ball carried by Mcintyre. Tackle made by 36, Geoff Long.
Picked up some good yards for the East team.
We want to remind everybody that immediately following tonight's game, we will be announcing our offensive and defensive most valuable players.
155 pounds at 5'6" from Campbell.
Gain of 4 on the play will make it second down and 6. Penalty flag on the play.
Exactly what we have.
Delay of game is the penalty call against the East.
Out on the right side. Quarterback Callahan. He's in there throughout the entire ball game. Has done excellent job.
Ball carried by Barr.
Odegaard helping out also.
Pass attempt by 11, Callahan. Intercepted by 24, Leach.
The ball off the
Penalty flag on the play.
right side. Callahan pulled it back, and we've got another flag down on the field.
Pass interference is the penalty call against the West. Mcintyre. Tackle made by 36, Geoff Long.
No matter how much he appears to think it's bad, he went right straight over it. He was hitting the line of scrimmage. He ran right through that. And he's down and found his ball at the 3-yard line. 50 seconds left to go. It is second down and goal to go.
Gain of 6 on the play will make it second down.
Go, dude!
Ball being down by 11, Callahan. Loss of 3 on the play will make it third down and 6. Ball carried by Callahan.
most games. There were 21.
Here are our selections for tonight's Most Valuable Player Awards.
We'll take about a
On offense,
60-second timeout, and we'll be back.
Number 39 from Greeley High School, Jason McIntyre. Our defensive Most Valuable Player, number 24 from Taylor Luke County, Pat Lee. We'd like to congratulate all our players on a very well played ball game. Thank you to all you people that came tonight. Drive carefully, and we hope to see you next year. Thank you. to kick the ball through the uprights. It'll be number 25, Randall Barr kicking the football. Steve Callahan will hold. The kick is away and it's blocked. Coming in was Pat Leach, number 24, to make the block on it. So with 10 seconds gone in the first quarter of play here at Hildreth, the score is now 6-0, and we'll be back with more football right after this. The 6-0 is the score, with the East leading on a spectacular play. This will be the first offensive play for the West here in the ball game. Leach pitching the ball straight back. They get to the line of scrimmage and not get very far with it. Matt Unger carrying the football. He was finally wrapped up by number 23, Jerry Silva from Shickley, in on the tackle. So a gain there of about, looks like 2, maybe 3 yards. Let's call it second down at 11, with the clock running with about 11:28 left to go in the first quarter of play. And in possession of the football, the West. The East leads 6-0. They're in the middle of the field. Nose guard Tom Johnson, 185 from Prague, is there, dropping back and handing it off late, close to the first down, but not in enough yards on it. Carrying the football for the West looks like number 30. Jeff Long carrying the football. He's going to pick up almost all of it, but about 2 yards. So we're going to have third down. Let's call it 2 yards to go for the first down, with 10:50 to go in the quarter. A little difference of opinion there. Now the West set up the line of scrimmage. Pat Leach, the quarterback. His backs are split. Long count, 3-man defensive line. They'll try to come straight up the middle and not get anywhere. Tom Johnson again, 185 from Prague. Scott Hallstrom has got to be pretty excited about that guy right there. Coming right straight through the line. He pushed the center and the end right back into the man carrying the football, and now it's going to be fourth down. It's going to be fourth down at a loss of about 2 yards. Let's call it fourth down and 4. And apparently that's something else they've added this year that we weren't aware of, but the ball will have now to be kicked away. Ken Nelson from Hildreth. No, but they're going to pass it short. Coming over the right side with it and getting the first down, being driven out of bounds. Jeff Long, number 36, carrying the football. And that's the first down of the ball game for the West. So the man back in punting position. They centered it to the up man, and Jeff Long carrying the football gets it over. He was tackled by Steve Callahan to put him down. He was almost free on the far side, but Callahan coming over in a hurry made the tackle. First down at 15, the ball is about the 32-yard line. They're going to pitch it back on the right side to Unger. He'll get outside to the 35, just over to about the 36-yard line. He'll be wrapped up over there. I believe number 39, Mcintyre. Glasser on the tackle, and Wells. Jeff Wells in on the tackle also. Checking into the ball game for the West, Ken Nelson. Coming out will be Matt Unger. So it's 6-0 with the East leading in the ball game. And West not making too much time in the huddle. They're back up to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be second down at 11. They'll pitch it back. Looking deep is Leach. He's got nobody to throw it to. He gets out to midfield at the 40, just over the 40-yard line. Let's call it right at the 40. And it's going to be third down from there. Jeff Wells in on the tackle for the East. And Unger checks back into the ball game, and Ken Nelson comes back out. Greg Peterson, the head coach for the West. Ken Bruckner, the head coach for the East. Here in the first quarter, second six-man all-star game that's been put together here at Hildreth. Out of the huddle comes the West. Jeff Long out on the wing to the left side. There's one running back. Two defensive linemen coming in. They'll pitch it back to Unger. He gets a block over the 40, inside the 35, down to about the 31-yard line. He'll be wrapped up there by Tom Johnson. And Tom Johnson's played some excellent defense in this ball game. He didn't make the tackle in time, and the West picks up the second first down of the ball game for them. East had one offensive play, and they made good use of that. They went 65 yards on the pass play for the touchdown. The extra point was blocked, and the West now trying to get some kind of a drive underway, and they do have one underway. They started at about their own 20-yard line, and they're down to about the 31-yard line of the East. There's a cross buck over the left side. It's not going to go anywhere. Long trying to carry the football around the end. He was nailed by Jeff Wells. Wells in on the tackle. Johnson also in on the tackle. And Ken Nelson checks back in for the West, and Unger checks out again. They'll alternate to bring plays back and forth, and they'll do what they need to do, and then they'll come off the field. It's going to be second down and 18 with about 7:50 to go in the first quarter of play. Leach pitching it back, but the ball is going to fall loose, and I believe Nelson recovers the football. They moved Nelson into the quarterback position, and they made Pat Leach a running back. The pitch back to Leach, I don't think he expected it to come. Hit it in the back and went down, and Nelson came back in a hurry to make the grab. Unger checks in, and Nelson comes out of the ball game again. Third down at 25. 7-yard loss on that particular play. And West coming out of the huddle in a hurry as they looked around, and now Pat Leach will drop back into that quarterback position. Long is on the wing to the left side. There's some movement. Flags all over, and we're going to have illegal motion called on the West. If there's anything that's really difficult to do with players, is to get an offense down to where everybody can run it smoothly, and these kids only work out together about a week, and it's a little bit tough when they're used to somebody else as a quarterback, and they've moved two people into that position in this ball game so far. That's the West team. So first penalty of the ball game belongs to the West. It's going to be third down and 30 with the clock showing about 7:03 to go in the first quarter, and the East leading the ball game 6-0. Ashmark on the far side, dropping straight back. There's a little look-in pass. It is going to be called incomplete. They tried to get the football to Matt Schultz from Holbrook, and he couldn't hang on to it. He was hit rather hard. The ball went down incomplete, and now it's going to be fourth down and 30 with the ball back in the West territory at about their own 34-yard line. They'll kick it away. Ken Nelson dropping back to about the 22-yard line. And dropping back deep is Travis Gallantly, and we've seen Travis play for a long time. There's the kick, and end-over-ender right down the middle. It's going to bounce at the 20, out at the 15. Gallantly picks up and drops it at the 12, picks it back up. He's going to be nailed. Number 36, Jeff Long, in on the tackle. Let's see where they finally spot the football. Let's call it the 11-yard line. It's going to be first down and 15 from that spot right there. What a terrific defensive play by Jeff Long from Holbrook. He went all the way down the field, and Gallantly, for those of you that may not know, is a very good and a very quick runner. Started to cut to the outside, and Long just cut it down. And it's going to be first down there with Steve Callahan from Greeley, the quarterback, calling the signals. His backs are split, takes the ball, he'll pitch it around, coming on the right side. That's Jason Mcintyre from Greeley. He's going to be hit, thrown out of bounds. He'll pick up a few yards on that. Number 44 in on the tackle, Rhett Tripe, I believe it is, at 5'10", 200 pounds from Jeff Smith is his coach. Picked up 3 yards. Let's call it second down and 12. He's leading in the game 6-0. And they went from the big play on the first play of the ball game now to just trying to simply get some kind of a sustained drive underway. Callahan pitching it back again. It's in the hands of Mcintyre. He'll drive it over the left side and pick up a few yards, but he'll be dropped there by Greg Brennan. Brennan from Stratton, Doug Newcomb is his coach, in on the tackle, and now it's going to be third down for the East. And as they set the ball down, it will tell us that the clock now running under minutes. It'll be third down and 8 yards to go for the East team. They're in the middle of the field. Callahan, the quarterback. He's got an unbalanced line and he's got an unbalanced backfield to the right side. They'll pitch it back again. Trying to spin out to the right side again is Mcintyre. He'll be hit at the line of scrimmage. He dives forward. He'll pick up a couple, 3 yards on that one. And now it's going to be fourth down. Greg Brennan in on the tackle again. Helped out by Brad Quanhammer. And it's going to be fourth down and 5. And that will drop. The West will drop a man back. That's going to be Matt Unger back there waiting for the punt. He's from Bartley. And kicking the football will be Bernie Menke from Lawrence. He'll get the ball away from about his own 10-yard line. Gets it high in the air, a floater. Coming in is Unger. Will bounce at the 30. Picked up there at the 25. Drifting back to the 20. Unger to the 22. Breaks the tackle at the 25. Finally going to be thrown down at the 26-yard line. He had some excellent blocks back there to help him out. Number 38, Matt Schultz with a beautiful block in the backfield. Number 18, Brett Darren from Campbell coming over to throw a good block. And finally, in on the tackle is going to be number 21, Merlin Glasser. I believe that is from Glasser from Shickley. And it's going to be first down at 15 now for the Gold team, who are the West. And they're behind 6-0 in this ball game. So both teams now have tried to get a sustained drive going. They've not been able to do it. Second possession of the evening for the Gold. Quarterback calling signals. A man in motion. Geoff Long to the inside. They'll pitch it down here coming around the left side. Gets the block. Out to the 27. Out to about the 28. They'll finally put him down at the 29-yard line. And then Glasser. And they're going to credit Jeff Wells also with helping out on the tackle. And let's make it now second down and 12 yards to go. With the clock showing about 4:10 to go in the first quarter. As Unger checks out of the ball game and Ken Nelson from Hildreth checks back in. Nelson is 6'4", 165 from here at Hildreth. Brings his team out of the huddle. They'll put a man out wide on the right side. That's Jeff Long. He'll come in motion to the near side. There's a pitch back to Leach. He gets him blocking at the 30, 35, 40. Steps to the inside, dives forward to about the 37-yard line. He'll have the first down there. Jeff Wells in on the tackle. Jeff from Elba, and he and Pat Leach have seen one another a lot of times through the years. And the first down for the West, that's the third of the ball game for them. And Pat Leach going from quarterback to running back has made quite a difference here. Now Jeff Long checks out. Coming out also Pat Leach, number 24, but he'll come over just to talk. No, he's coming out of the ball game. Quarterback is Kent Nelson from here at Hildreth. He'll put a man out wide on the left. That's Rod Bittenberger. Takes the snap over to Goodberger. He's going to come up the field to the 35. Breaks the tackle at the 30. Dives over a man to about the 25-yard line. Bittenberger, 160, a 6-footer for Beaver Valley, showing his low high jumping ability. He was finally knocked out of bounds by Travis Gallantly, and he just simply tried to hurdle right over the top of a man there. Checking back into the ball game, number 40 is Wade Dickenson from Lodgepole, 6'1", 190. He's an end and a linebacker. And he'll slip into the ball game as Pat Leach goes back under the center. Long count, 3-man defensive front. To Unger over the right side. He'll split the center in the end and pick up a couple of yards on that one. Let's call it third down. And about 11 yards to go, I do believe, with 3:14 to go in the first quarter of play. And the East leading 6-0. Third down and 2 is what they're going to say. And West will slowly come out of the huddle. They're right in the middle of the field once again. Nose guard is packed in as the handoff comes straight ahead to Jeff Long. He'll not get much on this one. He's wrapped up the line of scrimmage. Bernie Menke in on the tackle. Menke, 180 from Lawrence. Mark Reinhardt as his coach came right in again and made the tackle, and it's going to be fourth down. Let's see how much he picked up on that one. It's going to be close. About a yard or less for the first down. Clock is stopped, and now time is going to be called for a measurement. So while they take the measurement down on the field, we'll tell you once again that the East is leading here over the West 6-0 at Hildreth in our second 6-man All-Star game, and we'll be back with more football right after this.
KNLD AM, KNLD FM, or Tonight's six-man all-star football action is being brought to you in part by Dick's Auto Service in Green.
Slip and concentration.
They mend them.
Bogey the
Studs
15.
at Bears Bar in Walback, a friendly place to horse around. Warner Service in St. Paul. See Ed for top-notch auto care. Jimmy K's in Spalding, the convenience store with everything from food and fuel to tires. And Taylor Bank, Nebraska's finest bank with competitive rates. Member FDIC.
Fourth down and one. Leach with a bootlegger on the left side. Is going to throw it long, and they will be touchdown. We're tied at 6. Brad Clodhammer, beautiful play. Pat Leach put the ball on his hip as though he were going to bootleg it on the left-hand side. Clodhammer went straight down the field from Hildreth. And
the man out wide on the left, that's Rod Goodenberger. Takes the snap over to Goodenberger. He's going to come up the field with 35. Breaks a tackle at the 30. Dives over the man to about the 25-yard line.
by number 20, Ron
Goodenberger, 160, a 6-footer from Beaver Valley, showing us a little high jumping ability. He was finally knocked out of bounds by Travis Gallantly, and he just simply tried to hurdle right over the top of a man there. Checking back into the ball game, number 40 is Wade Dickenson from Lodgepole, 6'1", 190. He's an end and a linebacker. And he'll slip into the ball game as Pat Leach goes back under the center. Long count, three-man defensive front to Unger over the right side. He'll split the center and the end and pick up a couple of yards on that one. Let's call it third down.
Ball carried by 16, Matt Unger.
And about 11 yards to go, I do believe, with 3:14 to go in the first quarter of play. And the East leading 6-0.
Third down and 2.
Third down and 2 is what they're going to say. And the West a little slow to come out of the huddle. They're right in the middle of the field once again. Nose guard is Pat Ginn. As the handoff comes straight ahead to Geoff Long, he'll not get much on this one. He's wrapped up the line of scrimmage. Bernie Menke in on the tackle.
Tackle led by 33, Bernie
Menke, 180 from Lawrence. Mark Reinhardt, as his coach, came right in again and made the tackle, and it's going to be fourth down. Let's see how much he picked up on that one. It's going to be close. About a yard or less for the first down. Clock is stopped, and now time is going to be called for a measurement. So while they take the measurement down on the field, we'll tell you once again that the East is leading here over the West 6-0 at Hildreth in our second six-man all-star game, and we'll be back with more football right after this. Okay. Fourth down and 1. Leach with a bootleg around the left side. Will be touchdown. We're tied at 6. Beautiful play. Pat Leach put the ball on his hip right there. We're going to bootleg it on the left-hand side. Clodhammer went straight down the field from Hildreth, and he was wide open, and Leach laid it right into his hands. He went in for the touchdown, and we're tied now at 6. Both teams now with a big play to get a score in the game, and the only difference now is in the extra points. Pat Leach was able to come in and block it on the first score by the East, and now back to try to kick it through is Rhett Tripe, the captain, one of the captains here tonight. Snap is back. Nelson the holder. It is up, and it is good. So now the West is taking a lead on the two-point conversion. They lead in the game now 8-6, 2:27 to go in the first quarter of play, and we'll be back with more All-Star football right after this. By one of the up men at about the 15 and the 20. That's Geoff Long. He spins away from a tackle at the 25, but he's able to dive forward for a couple of more. Chad Hines in on the tackle from Rising City. He's listed at 5'10", 150.
33, Bernie Menke. 19, Chad Hines.
And Chad Hines, again, as they said, in on the tackle. And it's going to be first down and 15 as Pat Leach now comes back into the ball game for the West. And we've had some exciting plays here this evening. There's an excellent crowd on hand for the ball game. And folks here at Hildreth can be very proud of what they've put together here. Some other towns have tried it in years gone by, but have not had the success that they've had here at Hildreth. Coming in motion to the near side is Geoff Long. There's a pitch back to Unger. Gets a good block up front. He'll go over the 30 to about the 32-yard line. And let's credit Geoff Long with a beautiful block. And Jerry Silva in on the tackle from Shickley at 6'2", 155. It'll be second down with less than 30 seconds to go in the quarter. And about 10 yards to go, so a 5-yard pickup that time as the clock running down to 20 seconds. The score 13-8. The East has the lead. And the West now trying to come back. 3-man defensive front for the East team. Quarterback is Leach to Unger. Unger around the right side gets a block at the 30. Out to about the 35. He'll get just over the 35 with 1 second left. The gun will sound to end the first quarter of play here at Hildreth in a 6-man all-star game. Second game ever played here at Hildreth with the score. The East leading in the game 13-8.
At the end of the quarter,
Both teams now change sides of the field. We'll be back with more all-star football in 60 seconds. We changed sides of the field, and now the West team will be going from north to south, and that breeze picking up a little bit more as we look to the flag at the northwest end of the field. It will make some difference if either of the teams decide they want to try to throw some long passes. The East team just simply felt like they were going to try to power the football, but they started out with a long pass to really break things up, and they had 2 sustained drives after that, and were able to eventually convert again by way of the air for a touchdown as East leads in the game now 13-8. It was 6-0 the East. Then the West came back, took the lead 8-6, and then a big play again by the East as they have taken a lead 13-8, and the official now saying we're ready for the second quarter of play here at Hildreth. The quarterback is Kent Nelson, looking around with his back split behind him. Drops straight back, fakes the handoff, looking back again, gets it to Pat Leach. Leach gets a good block up front, cuts to the inside at the 35. Coming out to the 40, gets a beautiful block from Long, over the 30, into the East territory, finally at about the 28-yard line. Excellent offensive play, and Travis gallantly in on the tackle that time to put the man down, but a first down has been registered here. And that's the 4th first down of the ball game for the West. Nelson will check out. Unger comes back in. 15. And this is the kind of football that Ken Bruckner likes to play. He likes to power the football at you, and that's what he's doing right here. Coming out of the backfield, taking the pass and dropping in behind some good blocking. Leach now to Unger. He drops the football. He's hit in the backfield, but he'll hang on to it.
Ball being recovered by 16.
Coming in, number 23, Jerry Silva. In on the tackle that time, but Unger just simply falling down on the football. They'll lose about 4 or 5 yards on that one. Let's call it second down and 20. Early here in the second quarter of play, and the East has the lead 13-8. Checking out of the ball game is Wade Dickenson. He comes out, and coming in will be Brad Quadhammer checking back into the ball game. Quadhammer from Hildreth. Now right at about the 30, let's call it the 34-yard line of the East. It'll be second down and 20 for the West. Dropping straight back is Leach. He's got pressure, waving the man downfield. Throws the ball into the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Tried to get the ball to number 32. And number 32 happens to be Jeff Crum from Palisade. Was in heavy traffic, was hit right away, and Jerry Silva coming in to make the defensive play to help him drop the football. So let's call it third down and 20. And Pat Leach got a lot of pressure that time from Lyndon Ginn, I believe it is, from Trumbull. Lyndon Ginn, 5'11", 200-pound nose guard. He came right in there and gave Pat Leach a lot of problems. Ran out wide to the left, that's long. It's going to be third down and 20 for the West. Dropping straight back is Nelson. He's got a man open, it's incomplete. Jeff Long was the intended receiver down at about his own 27-yard line. But the quarterback getting a lot of pressure, had to get rid of the football, and it was incomplete. So it'll be fourth down and 20 with 10:30 to go in the half. And the East leading 13-8. And let's see what they decide to do. Coming out is Jeff Long, and checking back in is Wade Dickenson into the backfield for the West. Kent Nelson to drop back to punt the football away. Snap is back. They'll get the kick away. It's a high floating ball, be taken by Gallantly at his own 10. He's at the 15, breaks the tackle, but coming up from behind. In on the tackle, Doug Brown, number 46, 235 at 6'1" from Orleans. In on the tackle, and it's going to be first down and 15 for the East team. They do hang on to the lead here, 13-8, but you just simply get the feeling that at any time, on any particular play, somebody can go all the way. Jerry Silva with 5 tackles, 2 unassisted in the ball game. Jeff Wells has 3 tackles in the ball game. Dropping straight back is Callahan. He wants to go long. He's got a man out there. It's underthrown, intercepted by Pat Leach at the 30. Out to about the 34-yard line. He's going to be tripped up, and there's a flag out there on the field. Let's see if we had holding or a face mask back there. The official
penalty flags on the play.
Pat Ginn was the man in on the tackle, and this will only be the second flag we've seen here on the evening. Blocking below the knees will be called on the West team, and so they'll walk that one back.
Below the waist,
Pat Leach, as we've seen him do so many times throughout his high school career, just playing center field. And Callahan really put some steam on that football, but Leach waiting, and just finally able to reach up, take the ball away for the interception, and then came the flag after he was tackled and put down. So they'll mark the ball off. Let's see where they finally spot it. Now the official telling us again that blocking below the knees will be called on the West team, and they'll put the ball down at the West 18-yard line. It'll be first down and 15 from there with 9:50 left to go in the first half of the ball game. And the East leading in the game 13-8. The West go into the I formation now. Quarterback a long count. Pitches it back to his I-back Unger. He's out over the 20, over the 25, and he'll finally be tripped up out there by number, I believe that's 29 over there, and the tackle, Jeff Wells. Jeff 5'10", 175 from Elba, and on a good open field tackle. Now the West will bring in a new face. Number 42 checks into the ball game, Brad Bonhammer, and coming out will be number 32, Jeff Crum. Second down and 7, an 8-yard pickup on that play. As quarterback Leach now will split his running backs. They're about 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Long count, 3 defensive linemen coming in. They'll pitch it back to Long. He cuts to the inside. He's over the 30, up to about the 35. And he'll be hit and thrown down there as they do pick up the first down. That's going to be the 5th first down of the ball game for the West. And as they move the ball up the field, they'll set it right at the West 35-yard line. It'll be first down and 15 from there with 8:49 left to go in the first half of play. Now Matt Schultz comes out, and number 14, Mike Greenland, 5'11", 145 from Arcadia, checks into the ball game. George Loof, his coach over there at Arcadia, gets his first opportunity in the ball game. One running back. He'll pitch it back to Unger. Unger over the 35, fights his way out to about the 37-yard line. Jeff Wells in on the tackle again for the East team. And the West just simply trying to grind it out, trying to play some power football here.
Gain of 3 on the play will bring up second down
Greenland
and 12.
comes back out of the game, and Dickinson checks back in for the West. Second down and 12. 8:05 to go in the first half of play, and the East has the lead 13-8. Lots of good football here in this 6-man all-star game at Hildreth. Long count, Leach passing it back to Unger. Unger gets a good block up front. He's over the 40, 35, 25, 20. He's going to go all the way for the touchdown. Beautiful play by Unger. Long was the man that made the tackle that broke him free. And then Rhett Tripe came along, took another man out of the way, and Unger was able to go all the way for the touchdown. Went from his own 35 all the way into the end zone, a 45-yard run for him. And it's now, the lead has gone back to the West. They lead it 14-13. Tripe is going to try the two-point conversion. Nelson will hold on to the football. Snap is back, the kick is away, it's long enough, and it is going to be no good as it drifts off to the left side of the crossbar. So with 7:47 left to go in the first half of play here in Hildreth, in the second annual six-man all-star football game, it is now 14-13. The West with a lead, and we'll be back with more all-star football right after this. Tripe to kick the football away, gallantly is back deep. Waiting for the ball, Randall Barr on the near side. Kick is away and it's long. It'll be taken by Barr at his own 5. Up the middle to the 10 to 15. Out to the 20, ducks his head down, breaks out of a tackle at the 25, 30. It's a foot race for the end zone and he's going to win it. Randall Barr goes 75 yards with the kickoff for the touchdown. What a play that was as the East
makes the score, the East 19. The
East
West
takes the
13.
lead back 19-14. What a run that was. Randall Barr took the ball, cut straight up the middle to about the 25-yard line. He ducked his head down. 2 or 3 people banged together. He just simply did a 360 to the near side, went up, straight up the field, and nobody recovered for it. I think everybody thought that he'd probably gone down in that pile-up, but he just spun around, came up the near side, scored the touchdown, and now it's 19-14. The East with the lead again, and let's see what they want to do with this one. Whether they go for 1 or 2. They're going to go for the 2. Back to kick it is Eric Weber from Guide Rock, 5'10", 200 pounds. He's a soccer-style kicker, and the snap from center is dropped. They'll throw it back to Callahan. He cuts to the inside, breaks the tackle. He's not going to make it at all. It'll be no good. So with 7:33 to go in the first half, the East is taking a lead back 19-14, and we're going to be back with more All-Star football right after this.
30, Eric Bondegard
has had the lead. And 75-yard kickoff return by Randall Barr from Wallback.
Back to receive for the West, 16, Matt Unger.
Unger back to receive the kickoff. The kick is away and it's long. They'll go to Geoff Long. He'll get it at his own 15. They've got a wedge built up for him. He's coming to the inside and it's not going to work this time. It'll not work for the West team. Geoff Long trying to make the play. Jerry Silva in on the tackle. Jerry 6'2", 155 from Shickley. So it'll be first down at 15 for the West.
The ball at the 17-yard
And East leading
line.
here 19-14. Lots of good football action here at Hildreth. And again, you're listening to your sports leader in Central Nebraska, or FM 104. West with a football. 1 running back. There's a pitch back. Leach to Unger. Unger gets some blocking up front this time. It'll
Ball
not
carried by 16,
get to
Unger.
be too much of a pickup. Maybe 3 or 4 yards on this one. As we look at the East now, they seem to be gaining momentum defensively. And they're really cutting down those lanes where the long runs have come from. The defensive line just simply not charging straight ahead. They're sliding down the line rather than coming straight for the man with the football in the backfield. 2nd and 12. Leach pitching it back. He was hit, and they're not going to go anywhere. Geoff Long in the backfield, knocked down by Jeff Wells. Wells just simply wrapped his arms around him and drove him down into the
by 29, Jeff Wells.
field, and it's going to be 3rd down. And let's see what they put up. 3rd down and 12. Clock running with about 6:13 left to go in the half. 19-14 is the score. The East with the lead.
Loss of 7 on the play will make it 3rd down and 19.
They're going to loss of 7 yards. They'll now change it to 3rd down and 19 rather than 3rd down and 12. Pat Leach, the quarterback, dropping straight back. He's looking to the near side. He wants to throw the ball. It's to Gutenberger. It'll be incomplete.
By 24,
They threw it out to about the 25-yard line. Coming in defensively, Travis Gallantly and Jerry Silva playing it very close to the receiver, but the ball a bit underthrown as Leach was under a lot of pressure back there to get rid of the football. Pat Ginn checks out of the ball game at 6-footer, 175. As they send Travis Gallantly back to receive this punt. It'll be 4th down and 19. Kent Nelson is the punter. He gets the kick away, and it's a long end over end. Gallantly will drop back to his own 29. Back to his own 30, 35. Beautiful block, springs it free at the 40. Down to about the 37-yard line. And coming over with that block was number 21.
36, Geoff Long.
Merrill Glather, I believe that is, from Shickley, 5'10", 150, and put a tremendous hit on the man to spring Gallantly free, and it's going to be 1st down and 15 for the East. They do lead at 19-14. Ellen have a strong, unbalanced line to the right side. Callahan, the quarterback, he's been there throughout the ball game. Long count, coming back with it. He'll pitch over the right side of Mcintyre. He's down to the 35 of the West, and he'll be hauled down there.
Tackle led by 24, Pat Leach.
Pat Leach in on the tackle as he came up from his quarterback position to put the hit on the man, and it's going to be a gain of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 13. And we're under 5 minutes to go here in the first half of the ball game. And the East hanging on to that 19-14 lead and trying now to add some more points to it. They're at the West 35-yard line, right in the center of the field. Unbalanced, strong line to the left. They'll pitch it back over the left side, coming inside the 30, down to the 25, getting ridden out of bounds at the 20. Getting the first down was Bernie Menke. And this guy is one strong, fast kind of runner. Menke from Lawrence, 6'1", 180. Mark Reinhardt is his coach there. He does get the first down. And that is his first down. Mike Greenland in on the tackle. So it'll be 1st down and 15 for the East. And they are now at the, let's call it the 20-yard line on the hash mark to the near side as Callahan over the center with the line strong to the right side. The West now charging with 3 people. They'll pitch it around again. It's not going to work, and we have a flag down. Coming up with a football again was Mcintyre, but he was hit there. Colin Suda in on the tackle from Palisade, a 6-footer and 190 pounds. Jay Yarbury, his coach. And Jay's got to be proud of that play right there, and holding will be called on the East. So a tough penalty for the East right here. There haven't been too many. That's only 3 penalties in the entire ball game. 2 on the West and 1 on the East. But this could be a costly one right here as they walk this one back.
How many guys you got?
Clock showing 4:39 to go on the half. They'll march it all the way back to the 34-yard line of the West. And holding will be called. As the East going back to the bench, they'll bring Mcintyre out of the ball game, and I believe Travis Gallantly checked in to take his place.
10-yard holding penalty will make it 1st down and 27.
Now Ken Bruckner's going to spread his team out. The center is there by itself. It's a shotgun with everybody else over on the far side of the field. They'll pitch it back. Gallantly fakes the throw. He's inside the 30, and they're going to say his knee was down to the 31-yard line. Callahan blocking out front. That play almost worked to perfection that time. But somebody seeing what happened adjusted to it on the defense. I believe it was number 30 that came over. Eric Bondegard from Lodgepole.
8 and 2 on the play will make it 2nd down and 25.
A lot stronger, physically stronger than Steve Callahan. He's a lot bigger kid. And he was able to push him out of the way, and Gallantly trying to get around all of that. Went down to one knee, and the official right there to call it. 2nd down. And they're going to call it 25 yards to go for the 1st down. They need to get down to about the 5-yard line to get a 1st down. Line is now balanced. Callahan pitching it over on the left side. Looking deep back to Callahan, and it will be intercepted by Pat Leach. And he'll be tackled by Callahan there inside the 10, I believe, about the 7-yard line. Trying to pass was Bernie Menke, and he just got a little bit too strong. And Leach, as we said, playing center field, drifting straight back, made the catch for the interception, his 2nd of the ball game. And the ball now goes back to the West with 3:33 left to go in the first half, and the East hanging on to that 19-14 lead. The official now blowing the whistle. We're ready to go, and the clock. Now time is going to be called as the West calls timeout. We'll tell you again, there's just 3.5 minutes to go in the half. The East leading 19-14, and we'll be back with more All-Star football right after this. West came back and took the lead 8-6, and the East came back again to lead at 13-8. The West scored a touchdown and an extra point. It was 14-13. They had the lead, and then the East coming back again to score the touchdown and lead 19-14, as we said, with about 3.5 minutes left to go in the first half of play. We've gotten about everything out of a football game that you could expect out of one. The penalties have been minimal. There have been only 3 in the ball game. As the West now trying to come around with Unger carrying a football, but he'll not get very far. And Randall Barr plugging up the holes, came right in on the tackle and put him down. Let's see if he gets any kind of gain at all. It's going to be second down.
Gain of 6 on the play will make it second down and
9 yards to go for the first down. Checking back out of the ball game is Geoff Crummon coming back in. Wade Dickenson from Lodgepole, from Palisade. Second and 9. Long count, unbalanced line, strong to the left. They'll pitch it back again to Unger. He's at the line of scrimmage, tries to spin away, picks up 2 or 3 yards. He'll be rolled down over there again, number 23. Silva in on the tackle.
23, Silva.
Chad Hines right in the area to help out also, and let's call it now third down.
Gain of 4 on the play will bring up third down and
5 yards to go for the West to get that first down. Matt Schultz checks out of the ball game. Brad Quadhammer checks back in for the West. 2:18 to go in the half. Lots of football action here in the first half. A lot more to come in the second half. Doug Smith down below us, unable to play here. Now dropping straight back. It's Leach throwing it out to the near side. The pass is going to be complete. They got the ball in the hands of number 36, Jeff Long. In on the tackle is Robbie Caranda from Prague, 5'9", 145. Scott Hallstrom, his coach there. And the first down has been made. That's the 6th first down of the ball game for the West.
25-yard line.
And it's going to be first down and 15. We're under 2 minutes to go in the half. The West in control of the football, but the East leading 19-14. Long in motion to the near side. Leach pitches it out to Unger, and he'll not go anywhere as he's thrown down in the backfield. Jeff Wells again. Wells having some help from Jerry Silva.
23,
That'll be a loss of about 3 or 4 more yards. Rod Goodenberger comes in. That would indicate maybe they want to throw the ball long. And now Mike Greenland checks in. Unger comes out of the ball game. And Quadhammer also. So let's see if we have Greenland and Goodenberger going down the field. Maybe for the long pass. Let's see what happens. Second down and 19 yards to go for the West. They'll throw it short to Goodenberger. He comes to the inside trying to spin away, but he'll not get very far. Number 27.
Tackle led by 37, Tom Johnson.
Tom Johnson in on the tackle again. We haven't heard anything out of Tom Johnson for a little while, but he came right back in there and made the tackle. Now clipping's going to be called on the West. So a tough break for them right there with a bit of 3 seconds left to go here in the first half of play, with the East leading 19-14. And we'll have to see what happens there. The official talking to the East team about what they want to do, and they're looking over the bench for some help there. It's going to be denied. I thought they might do that because it'll be a...
The clipping penalty is declined.
It's still about third down at about 19 yards to go, I do believe, for the first down. Let's see what they finally put up on the clock. Well, the clock is running with less than a minute to go. Third down at 17. So West now out of the huddle in a hurry. They'll split a man out wide on the right side. That's Jeff Long. He'll go in motion to the inside. Leach to Unger. Back over to Long. He's going to be tackled in the backfield. And coming up out of that center of that line, number 37 coming in, Tom Johnson. And this guy has played some good football, and now the East wants to call timeout. They have 35 seconds left to go here in the half. They want to see what they can do about scoring. And while there's timeout on the field, we'll tell you once again that the East is ahead of the West 19-14 in the six-man All-Star game, and we'll be back with more football right after this. Or fourth down and 18, excuse me, for the West. They're going to kick the ball away. It'll be Ken Nelson back there to do the kicking. Kent gets it high in the air. Gallantly will get it at his own 30. Cuts to the far side to the 35 to 40. He's got room at the 35, down to the 30, inside of about the 29-yard line. They ran about 11 seconds off the clock. It'll be first down and 15. And in on the tackle, number 22, Kent Nelson, the man who kicked the football away, was the man that made the tackle. Rex Tripe over there also. It'll be first down and 15 for the East. They lead 19-14, and they'll spread everybody out. Todd Ryan from Wallback to center over the football. Menke over on the right side. They have three men lined up over there. They're flooding one area. They're in the I formation. Callahan pitches it back. They're looking. Lather wants to throw the ball. He's got heavy pressure. Dumps the ball off to Todd Ryan. He's at the 30, 25, cuts inside the 20 to about the 19, and he turns right around and calls timeout. Very close there to a first down. I don't know where he's at for sure. He's at about the 19-yard line, and I think he's got enough for the first down. Time's going to be called by the East. So Glather really having some problems getting anybody wide open, and very alertly Todd Ryan came back. He saw the pressure that was there, turned around, waved for the ball, and they dumped it off to him. He went all the way down. I don't know if he's got a first down or not. It looks like it's going to be second down for him. He's about 3 yards short of that first down. 8 seconds left to go. We've not ever had a field goal kicked in the East-West All-Star game, and we've got some people here that might be able to do just that. That breeze is blowing strong enough, even if the kicker isn't strong enough, but let's just wait and see what the coach decides to do out there. Ken Bruckner out there talking to his troops. Greg Peterson from Holbrook out talking to his West team. 19-14, the East leading in this game. And again, hats off to the Hildreth Lions Club for an excellent job of putting a ball game together. Out wide to the left is Robbie Caranda. Quarterback is Callahan. He's got Gallantly behind him. Two men on the right side. Ball back to Gallantly. He's got pressure. Breaks away, and again he gets it off. Dumps it off to Ryan. He has got the first down. He rolls out of bounds. There's no time left on the clock. Let's see what happens. If he was able to go out of bounds before the clock ran out of time or not. And let's see what we've got. That's halftime. And what a way to finish it off. Todd Ryan catching the ball 2 times in a row from a passer that just simply had too much pressure to set up and throw. And Ryan carrying the football for about 25 or 30 yards on those 2 carries. But we are at halftime. And the East hanging on to that lead 19-14. They won the game last year, 36-14, and terrible weather, but tonight it's a beautiful night for football, an excellent crowd over here. And again, you're listening to your sports leader in Central Nebraska, FM 104. Rod Tepley, Larry Schultz, and Walt Smith here at Hildreth, bringing all the action to you, and we're going to be back and talk about the first half of the ball game in 60 seconds.
Our cheerleaders tonight are being provided Mr. Miles Ehlers.
We'll visit now with Gary Fisher. He's the superintendent of schools here at Hildreth. And Gary, what a ball game we're having here in this first half.
Yes, it's been an outstanding ball game so far.
It's a lot different than what we went through last year.
Much drier, beautiful weather, much more enjoyable.
How's the week gone for the kids? I know they're anxious to be here. They wanted to play, and they're basically all good kids.
We have a super bunch of kids here this year, and they've really been a joy to work around and to have around the community of Hildreth. The townspeople have been very enthusiastic and appreciative of everything that they've done.
Gary, every time I'm here, and I've been here very few times, but I cannot believe this field. This thing is manicured better than anything that I've seen in the state of Nebraska, and believe me, like you, I've seen a lot of football fields. Give us a little history of this field.
Well, the field was originally, land was donated by Halsey Glenn, and we've had an outstanding custodial staff over the years. They put the thing in right now. Our head custodian, Brian Raymond, and a lot of his friends and people worked very hard to maintain this field.
I can remember last year there were 4 inches of rain out here, and looking at the field, you didn't know there was any inclement weather at all. It was just beautiful. It just absorbed the water, and it was very playable. It was the lightning and the wind that took the kids off the field a few times. But anyway, this Lions Club of yours here in Hildreth does a tremendous job putting this game on.
Yes, we have another outstanding group of people. Geoff is past president of the club, and a year ago when he was taking over chairmanship of this 6-man All-Star game, and he was just down on the field presenting some certificates to the cheerleaders.
I know this All-Star game has been tried before in other parts of the state. What did Hildreth do that these other places did not do to get the game to be played as successful as it is? Excuse me.
I think the thing that Hildreth has done that other communities don't do is Hildreth is just a little unique in itself. There's an awful lot of pride in the community, and anything that, in the years that I've been here, anything that they undertake, they have accomplished. They accomplish it with pride.
Well, they're true Nebraska people here, and they get a job to do, and they get it done. What do you think about the first half of the ball game? What's the most exciting part of it for you so far?
Well, having students on the west side, it's always exciting seeing the kids from your own school do well, but seeing the rest of these kids and seeing a game that's been so close, and getting to know the coaches and seeing the expressions on their faces, and the whole thing is just exciting.
It certainly is, and we at KNLV and our staff is here this evening. We're very pleased to be a part of this ball game, and I can tell you we're much more pleased to be a part of it this year than we were last, because they've never broadcast a game from a canoe before. It was a new thing for me. But anyway, it's been an exciting thing, and let's talk about the kids. What kind of activities have they had this week to keep them busy when they're not out here on the field?
Well, other than the activities around town, if they've had free time around town, they've been able to golf or a free-hole golf course. They were taken to Franklin to golf one day if they wanted to, swimming, TV, things of that type. We also have taken the kids to Kearney. Dick Beecher, the AD up there, arranged a tour of the Christian Coliseum, and then we've gone out and bowled and miniature golf with the Big Apple, things like that up there. Kearney Area Chamber of Commerce provided a movie for the kids one night, and just kept them busy in activities of that type, just recreation activities as well as with the workouts and everything. They've been very, very tired.
Well, this is really a bonus for these kids. They've played hard throughout their high school careers. This is a little bonus for them for the outstanding play, and let's say the classroom work also. We don't ever want to forget that with these kids, and I think they've responded well. They seem to be having a good time out there. They're playing hard, yet they're just simply playing to win the ball game and not out here to hurt somebody, and it's just it's a great thing, and your people here in Hildreth should be very proud of what's happened here tonight.
Well, we're very proud of the game, proud of the kids. We tried something a little different this year. We put an East player and a West player in every house, so there's at least one person from each side, and the whole week has been worked as far as a unison type week, developing friendships and these types of things, and the first bit of competition has happened tonight here on the football field.
Well, it's worked rather well. These kids, you can see the backgrounds that they have to be able to do things that you do with them here. They're comfortable. The people in the town are comfortable with them. And as we said, thank you very much for everything you've done.
Well, on behalf of the Lions Club and the Hildreth Public Schools and the community of Hildreth, we thank you very much for coming out and supporting us, and we appreciate everything you do for us.
All right, we're proud of it too, Gary. Thank you very much. Gary Fisher with us here for the halftime. Again, the score is 19-14. The East does have the lead. It's been an outstanding ball game. We'll try to pick up some facts and figures for you here in a little bit, and we'll be back to do that in 60 seconds. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate it. Somebody played in the state ended up in a 19-19 tie. So you can see both of the teams were evenly matched there. So a little bit about six-man football. It's a very exciting game, and for those of you that may not have seen too much of six-man football. You're going to see a lot more of it because of the different size of the schools getting a little bit smaller and more teams going to six-man football. But it's a very exciting game to watch, and they have to be good players because everybody can catch a pass. Everybody has to take part in about every play, and you've got to know what you're doing defensively or somebody's going to simply run right on by you. Our player of the game last year, we understand, was contacted by Bo Schembechler up at Michigan. They wanted that youngster to come up there to try to play football, but apparently he decided not to go up there. But that's just some of the things that we have here as far as six-man players go. They are talented football players. They're just simply not 11 of them like maybe a lot of you are used to, or 8-man out in the field, but they are exceptionally good athletes, and they're putting on quite a performance here this evening. Again, 19-14. We're just under a minute to go before we begin the third quarter of play. And again, a thank you to all of our sponsors that allow us to be here this evening. And the youngsters out there, believe me, appreciate us being here talking to you back there at home about this football game. We'll be back with the start of the third quarter for you in 30 seconds. They're going to give an extra 3 minutes, I guess, to warm up out here, and starting to chill down just a little bit, but the weather is just beautiful here at Hildreth. Again, we'll give you the score 19-14, the East with the lead. We had hoped to maybe get one or two of the college coaches that we know are here that are talking to some of the players to come up and visit with us, but we're up kind of in a booth that's a little bit tough to get to. Larry Schultz came up, and that made it even tougher to get up in here. But Larry, with all of his expert knowledge of electricity, is standing here holding our antenna above the top, and he's just showing us that he knows which the wave of the future is. 19-14, the East with the lead, and we'll take a 60-second timeout. The West team, which is the gold team on our roster here, just simply try to use that power football. They started off with a 75-yard pass and run for a score, but after that they just simply stayed on the ground most of the time, ran the football right at the East. Had some pretty good luck with it for a while, but the East has been able to come back and overcome every time they were down, and they lead it here 19-14. The second half of the ball game should be very interesting. The East, on the other hand, just simply tried to throw the ball a lot with some success. Steve Callahan really providing some good leadership back there at the quarterback position, as have both of the players for the West. They've used Kent Nelson from here at Hildreth and Pat Leach from Taylor Loop County at the quarterback positions, but we've seen some excellent play by a number of players in this ball game. Jerry Silva, Randall Barr, just Jeff Wells. You just go through this whole roster here. Tom Johnston, Crum, Suda, Jeff Long, Dickenson, Quadhammer, Tripe, and Brown, and Unger, Greenland, and the rest of them. It's just been outstanding football on both sides. The East will kick the ball away here to begin the second half of play.
Kicking off for the East will be number 25,
East does have the lead, as we said, 19-14. Randall Barr will kick the football away. Unger's back deep. It's going to be an onside kick. It'll be touched up front by the goal. The West team of the East is going to come back with a football. Sliding over to try to knock the ball down was Matt Schultz from Holbrook, and he just, the ball just eluded him. He looks like he might have twisted an ankle or something. He's very slow to come off the field, but I believe he's going to be all right. But he just couldn't hang on to the ball. It was recovered by the East, and the East now in a surprise move.
33-yard line.
Menke, the man who recovered the football, trying to get some points on that board right away. Kevin Zump and number 35, John Klein, wide out on the left side. New quarterback in the ball game as they give it now to Callahan. He tries to come back forward. He's at the 35-yard line. He'll be tackled down there by number 44, Brett Tripe. And Tripe wasn't fooled at all. They had Jason Mcintyre from Greeley to receive the snap from the center. But reaching out was Bernie Menke to get a hand on the ball. I think he figured the ball was supposed to come to him. Just a little bit of a lapse there was all, but they were able to hang on to it, the East. And it's going to be second down and 17, a loss of about 2 yards. They're in the wishbone with a receiver out wide on the right side. They'll pitch it back. Coming straight ahead is Callahan. He's wrapped up in the backfield again by Rhett Tripe.
Tackle made by
Tripe certainly
34,
trying to get that award as a defensive player of the game here for the West team. Two excellent defensive plays in a row. It'll be 3rd down and 18. A loss of 3 yards on the last 2 plays. So for those of you that just simply feel that 6-man football is all offense, last 2 plays there with a nose guard, Rhett Tripe show you that it is simply not just offensive football. Back in the I formation, Callahan the quarterback. They're at the West 35-yard line. There's a fake handoff and a long throw, incomplete. Trying to get to the ball to Craig Furley from CHB, 6'5", 195. Craig went up in the air for the ball, but just right off the fingertips. Incomplete. Will be 4th down and 19 with the ball resting at the West 35.5-yard line. Early here in the 3rd quarter of play, the East trying an onside kick to start the quarter. They got the ball back, but have simply not been able to advance it. They've lost 3 yards on 3 downs. Barr is back to kick it away. He's got pressure. Gets a line drive. Kick away. He'll bounce at the 5. And it's going to be down there at about the 2-yard line. Randall Barr came down in a hurry. He got the ball before it went into the end zone. An excellent punt and a beautiful downing of the ball before it went into the end zone by Randall Barr. It's going to be 1st down and 15 in the West, finding itself at its own 1-yard line with 79 yards to go, and they're down in the game 19-14. Checking out of the ball game is Matt Schultz. Geoff Crum checking back in. Pat Leach, the quarterback, and his backs are split. He'll hand it to Unger. Unger following the blocking out to the 5, out to the 7-yard line. Was tripped up there by number 23, Jerry Silva.
Tackle led by
And Silva in on the tackle, continues to pile up those defensive stats for himself. Quadhammer checks into the ball game. Geoff Crum now comes back out. Crum at 5'11", 180 for Palisade. 2nd down and 8 for the West, deep in their own territory at about the 8-yard line. 3rd quarter of play, 9:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 12-minute quarters in this game. Handoff over the left side, coming back inside again and not getting too far on this one. Number 36 carrying the football, Jeff Long, and he was tackled by Jeff Wells. And Wells also continues to pile up those stats on the defense.
Gain of 4 on the play will make it 3rd down and 4.
19-14, the East with the lead. Coming back out is Wade Dickenson. And with the clock running, we've got a man, Jeff Long, with some equipment problems. He's all right now. Pat Leach, the quarterback, setting up the play he wants to run. 3-man defensive rush, now 4 for the purple-shirted East team, and now illegal motion will be called on the West. They had a man up and moving 2 counts before the ball was snapped. So they'll talk to the defense on this one then. I'm sure they'll move it back. They're going to walk off the 5 yards. It'll now be 3rd down and about 14 yards to go. It should be. Let's see what
5-yard procedure penalty will bring up 3rd down and 9.
To go in the quarter. Neither team able to score. So far here in the 3rd quarter of play, it'll be 3rd down and 9 yards to go for the 1st down for the West. Leach coming out of the huddle, puts Jeff Long out wide to the left. One running back, that's Unger. Leach pitches it back to Unger. He's following his blocking out to the 10, out to the 15, over the 15, goes up the 17-yard line. But he may have gone down a little bit sooner than that.
Tackle led by 37, Tom Johnson, 25,
Tom Johnson in on the
Barr.
tackle. The ball will be setting now at the West 15-yard
Gain of 8 on the
line.
play will bring up 4th
And
down
checking
and
back
1.
into the ball game will be Kent Nelson to punt the ball.
15-yard
And number
line.
44, Rhett Tripe, comes in. Unger will check out of the ball game along with Pat Leach. And now Travis Gallantly will drop back to his own 35-yard line, expecting a pretty good punt out of Nelson. Nelson's gotten the ball high, and he just floats the ball down the field. Let's see what happens here. Nelson will kick the ball away from about his own 7-yard line. They snap it up to Tripe. They'll hand it off, and Long carrying the football. Let's see if he gets it or not. I don't know if he made it or not,
By Long.
but he was tackled by
Tackle made by number 11, Steve Callahan.
Steve Callahan in on the tackle. And let's see what we've got here, whether he got the first down or not.
Make it first down and 15.
He did get the first down, so the West, not satisfied with being behind 19-14. They want to get something moving here, and a very daring play deep in their own territory gives them the first down. Leads back into the ball game. Everything worked to perfection for them. They'll pitch it back to Unger. Unger gets a good block. He's out to the 20, over to the 21-yard line, where he'll finally be put down out there. And Wells in on the tackle for the East. Let's make it second down, and we'll give him a pickup of about 4 yards on that one. The clock now shows 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter of play, and the East still hanging on to a 19-14 lead. Wade Dickenson checks out of the ball game for the West. Coming in to take his place, Geoff Long, number 36. They'll put Long out wide on the left side. They're on the hash mark to the near side. That's the West team. Inside to Geoff Long, and he's going to lose some yards back there.
Carried by 36, Long.
Matt Unger really upset with himself. He either missed a tackle or somebody did. But it was a loss of about 5 or 6 yards on that one. And in on the tackle, Randall Barr and Tom Johnson again. So the East playing hard-nosed defensive football, coming straight through and running the blockers and the ball carrier over. Now third down and 19 for the West. They'll come out of the huddle and they'll send a man out wide on the left side. That's Eric Bondegard. Dropping straight back is Leach. He's in trouble. Throws the ball away, and they're going to call it incomplete. He was in the grasp of Jeff Wells and trying to spin away through the football at a receiver whose back was to him. It was incomplete, and it's going to be fourth down and 19. And now we'll see that ball punted away as Gallantly comes back again. And the ball resting at the 13.5-yard line of the West, and now the official wants to call timeout. Doug Brown, the center from Orleans, 6'1", 235, having some equipment problems. He's all straightened out. Now Kent Wells dropping back to punt the ball away. He'll get rid of the ball at about the 5-yard line. Gallantly now back to his own 30. There's the kick, and it's a high end over-ender. Coming to the near side, bounces at the 35. Picked up by Gallantly at the 40. He's at the 35 of the West, the 32. And he's really run out of bounds hard into the crowd over here. Number 30, I believe. Kent Nelson in on the tackle. And number 30 over there with him, Bondegard.
First down.
Gallantly with some daring running right there in a crowd. Picked the ball out of the air at the 40, brought it all the way down to the West 28-yard line. And now the East trying to get something moving. They lead 19-14. Line is in tight. The backs are side to side. There's a handoff. Coming back is Menke. He can't get anywhere, and he'll be thrown down the backfield by Suda. Colin Suda, 6 foot 190 from Palisade, in on the tackle, and he just simply turned Menke around, and Menke just couldn't go anyplace. Turned around, tried to get away, and he was thrown down and lost some yards there. Let's call it second down and 19 for the East, as they continue now to be stymied on the defense by the West. They did the same thing to the West just a few moments ago. Unbalanced line, strong to the right. Pitch it back to Mcintyre on the right side. He's inside the 30, running hard to the 25, knocked down inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line. And that's got to be Pat Leach in on the tackle. That's got to be the hardest run of the ball game so far. It was just all power coming around the right side. Now Karandak checks back into the ball game, and Craig Furley checks out. Furley, Menke, and Gallantly are the captains for the East. And for the West, it'll be Leach, Long, and Tripe captains there. Third down and 5. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. The East leading 19-14. Callahan, the quarterback, pitching it back to Mcintyre. He's going to be piled up at the line of scrimmage. Goodenberger in on the tackle.
24, Leach.
And Leach also helping out on that tackle. Fourth down and 5 for the East. 4:09 left to go in the third quarter of play. Neither of the teams in 8 minutes now have been able to put any points on the board. Checking out of the game, John Klein, 6'2", 180 from Spalding. He'll check out of the ball game. And let's see what the East decides that they want to do. They're going to go for it. Callahan, the quarterback. He's in the I formation. He'll hand it off. No, he keeps it. Wants to throw. It is intercepted by Pat Leach at about the 5-yard line, and that's the third interception of the game. They were trying to get it to Travis Gallantly down the sidelines. And Leach, with tremendous jumping ability, was able to go in the air, take the ball away, came down inbounds, rolled out of bounds, and there's a turnover here again for the East. And they certainly could not afford it. They lead 19-14, but a play like that can certainly change the momentum around in the ball game. Both teams were pretty much at a standstill here in the third quarter of play, really unable to get any offense generated at all because of the defenses. First and 15, Leach with the ball. Pitches it back to Unger. Trying to sweep to the right side. And again, that East defense coming in to cut off that what might be a long run right at about the line of scrimmage for maybe a yard or two gain, and that's about all. Silva in on the tackle again for the East. A loss of a yard, second down and 15. As the West six-man all-star team trying to generate some offense. But the East All-Star team saying, no, you're not gonna. Hash mark to the near side as they come out of the huddle. Doug Brown, center over the football. Calling the signals, the Baxter split. Bootleg around the left side. Leach looking, throws it, and it's incomplete. Tried to get it to Matt Schultz, but again in a hurry. It was underthrown and into the ground. Pat Leach not getting any time at all back there to set up and throw the ball. The West bringing in number 47, checks out of the game. That's Lyndon Ginn. And number 45, Eric Weber from Guide Rock, checks into the ball game. Eric at 5'10" and 200 pounds. 19-14, the East with a lead, under 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter of play. Leach setting up the offense, the back in the I formation. He drops straight back and he's looking to throw. He's looking deep for Goodenberger if he can. Can't find him at all. Coming out of the backfield, the ball's going to be fumbled out of bounds.
24 Leach to 42. Clothammer is complete.
Clothammer catches the football, but he was hit hard over there by Randall Barr. The ball was fumbled, rolled out of bounds, and it's going to be fourth down for the West as the East defense stymies that offense again. Both teams have turned to the defense here in the third quarter and have not allowed one another to generate anything at all. 19-14, the East with the lead. Checking back into the ball game, number 37, Tom Johnson comes in. Kent Nelson from Hildreth back to punt. Deep in his own end zone. Kicks it high and he kicks it long. Gallantly at the 38-yard line of the East. Cuts to the far side of the 40. 35. Tries to come back to the inside, but he's rolled down at the 30-yard line by number 30, Eric Bondegard. So it'll be first down and 15 for the East as they now try to generate some offense, something neither of the teams have been able to do here in the third quarter. But for the East, they have some comfort in knowing that they lead 19-14. This game is certainly tightened up here in the second half of play. Checking back in Craig Furley. He'll be the end on the right side. Back in the I formation. Two big running backs for the East back there right now. Steve Callahan, the quarterback, calling the signals. Gives it to the second man through, and he keeps it now. Rolling to the left, looking into the middle. It's complete. Caught there at the 20 and knocked down in a hurry. Greg Purley, the man who just checked into the ball game, caught the pass, and Eric Bondegard put a hit on him the second he got his hands on the football. And he'll check out of the ball game. So Furley checks out. Jerry Silva comes back in. It'll be second down for the East, and we'll see how many yards they have to go. 4 yards to go, so 11-yard pickup for Furley with just about a minute and a half left to go in the third quarter of play, and the East leading 19-14. Now the backs are split. There's a fake handoff to one man. Coming around the left side, generating maybe a yard or two, and that's all. Is Menke carrying the football, and he was hit hard over there by Pat Leach and Bondegard. At the same time, they straightened him right up, and he was able to power forward for about a yard or so.
No gain on the play.
And they're going to say no gain, so they'll get him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and 4 yards to go for the East. They're at the West 20-yard line. Let's see what they decide to do here. They've tried to sweep around both sides have not really had much luck with it. One linebacker right in the middle, unbalanced, strong to the right side, trying to come straight up the middle, and they're not going to do it at all. Red Tripe coming in to put the hit on Randall Barr, just dumped him back at about the 30-yard line. They'll lose some big yards on this one. They'll finally set it down at the 27-yard line. And now it's going to be 4th down for the East. And let's see if they've got timeout or not. Number 35 checking out of the ball game right now is John Klein. So the East now has a decision of some kind to make, and checking back into the ball game will be Jeff Wells, number 29. And now they'll turn him around and bring him out, and Travis Gallantly will come into the ball game. So let's see if Callahan tries to hook up with Gallantly on a pass. 106, 105 to go in the third quarter. 19-14, the East with the lead. Barr, Gallantly, and Silva over wide on the right side. Gallantly in motion to the near side. Callahan, the quarterback, fakes the handoff. He's going to Gallantly, and it's intercepted by Pat Leach again. He is in the end zone, I do believe, but let's see where they give him. It is going to be a safety. Pat Leach tackled in the end zone. He's going to give 2 points to the West, and it's now 19-16. Pat Leach making his 4th interception that time, trying to break to the far side to cut back up the field. He was tripped up in the end zone. I didn't see who it was that made the tackle on him. But the West will have to kick the ball away from its own 15-yard line. They'll get a free kick right there.
Leach was tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And it's now, 21-14.
That makes the score, the East 21. The West 14.
It's 21-14. And the West now will get a free kick with 44 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Remind everybody that we have the food concession stands on both the
and
West
officials
and the
now
East
conferring
side.
with the coaches over there. And while they do that, let's take a quick 30-second timeout.
Available. Also, we have T-shirts and programs.
14 with 44 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The West has the lead.
Kicking off for the West will be number 44, Rhett Tripe.
Tripe from Orleans. Jeff Smith is his coach. He's the assistant coach here today. And Rhett's done a pretty good job kicking the football. Gallantly is back. Randall Barr is back at about their own 15-yard line, waiting for the kick, and it's a long one. It'll go to the far side. Gallantly will get it at the 17. Out to the 20, 25, 30. Cutting back to the inside, 35, out to about the 40. Good block up front by number 37. Tom Johnson was able to spring Gallantly loose. And on the tackle, Mike Greenland from Arcadia.
First down and 15
Brett
for the
Tripe
East.
will be first down and 15 for the East.
With the ball at the 38-yard line.
And the East leading in the game 21-14. Greenland now checks into the secondary for the West. And also number 36, Jeff Long, coming in. First down and 15. With the snap back. Left-handed pass is thrown by Glather. It is incomplete. It was taken away by the West, but they're going to say that the pass is going to be incomplete.
Bring up second down and 15.
3 people ran into a crowd. The ball popped off the back of one of the players. Was still, I thought, playable, but the official calling it dead right there. And that's what it'll be. Second down and 15 yards to go. For the East now, the officials want timeout. Glather, the quarterback for the East at this point. Glather, 5'10", from Shickley, 150 pounds, drops straight back. He'll pass it off now to Randall Barr. Barr down to the sideline. Isn't out of bounds. About the 29-yard line, running over a cameraman, and a guy that looks like he's bringing my hot dog and my pop up here.
That is the end of the third quarter.
It's all right. That's the end of the third quarter, nevertheless. 2 points were scored in the quarter. They were picked up by the East on a safety. And the East leads as we go into the final 12 minutes of play, 21-14, and we'll be back with those final 12 minutes in 60 seconds.
Bottling Company out of Hastings, Nebraska for providing vans
Tepley and John
for the
Smith across the way for providing some
and
stats
the
for
drivers
us.
of these vans.
Again, you're listening to your sports leader in Central Nebraska. We're FM 104. And thanks to J.C. Shoemaker back there at the studio getting us on and off the air. And we're about ready now for the fourth quarter of play. It is 21-14. The East has the lead. The East, of course, won the first game last year, 36-14. Most coaches out talking to the players. Getting ready now for the final 12 minutes of play. Outstanding day here at Hildreth. Again, a big thank you to all the folks here in Hildreth for their hospitality and doing all the things for us that we needed done.
Third down and
We appreciate all that.
With the ball at the
Third down and 3
30-yard line.
for the East. They're at the West 29.5-yard line. Long count. Pitch back to the right side. Trying to come around with the football is Mcintyre, but he's not going to pick anything up on this one.
Tackle led by 36, Geoff Long.
Jeff Long in on the tackle. Suda also helping out there. And it's going to be fourth down and 3. They'll give him the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Bring up fourth down and 6.
John Klein checks out of the ball game. Coming in is Bernie Menke, and Menke will go way back. He'll kick the football if indeed they're going to do that. The West not sending anybody back at all. Fourth down and 6. The snap is back. They will kick it off the side of the foot. It'll come out of bounds at the 28-yard line. And they try to just simply shank it down and around the coffin corner at the 5-yard line, but being just a little bit too careful with it has cost the East some valuable ground right there. About a 5-yard punt is all. And it's going to be first down and 15 for the West. They'll get the ball at their own 28-yard line. And East taking off a couple of players off the field. Merrill Glather checks off the field. Number 27, Kevin Zump from Milligan also coming off the field. First down and 15. The quarterback, Pat Leach. Snap is back to him. Throws it on the far side to Goodenberger. He catches the ball over the 34-yard line to pretty close to the 35. They'll set it down to the 34-yard line. Just a simple pattern to the outside, drifting right into the middle. Caught the ball, short gainer. That's about automatic most of the time. Travis gallantly in on the tackle. Pick up of about 5. Second down and 10 with under 11 minutes to go in the ball game, and the East leading at 21-14. Spreading out again, the West team brings Clodhammer wide on the left side. They have 2 men out wide. Unger is wide on the right side. The snap coming back into the hands of Jeff Long. Back to Leach, back to Long. He's at the 40, 35, 35 line of the East. And the tackle is made by number 33, Bernie Menke. And Menke having some help by Steve Callahan also. And they've got enough there for the first down. And it's going to be first down and 15 for the West team. East leading 21-14. That safety could be a big difference in this ball game. Goodenberger split out wide on the right side. Unger also over wide on the right. A man wide to the left. They throw it into the middle. It is incomplete. Off the fingertips of Bondegard, and Steve Callahan almost came up with an interception, but the ball bounced off of the man's hands a bit too high for Callahan to react to, and it went down incomplete. It'll stop the clock. Still second and 15 for the West. And they'll come out of that huddle in a hurry as they send Unger wide to the right side. Clodhammer wide to the left. Man also on the wing. Snap comes back into the hands of Jeff Long. He'll give it back to Leach. Leach has got time to throw now. Into the middle of Goodenberger, I believe. No, it's Unger. He's at the 20 to 15. Breaks the tackle at the 5 and goes in for the touchdown. And the West has taken the lead back. 1 point from the lead. It's 21 to 20, and that 2-point conversion could turn out to be the play of the ball game. The safety, could be the play of the ball game. We have to wait and see what happens here. But it's 21 to 20. East still has the lead. Let's see if they try to kick it through for the two, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Rhett Tripe is back there to do the kicking. Leach, I believe, holding the football. The snap is back. The kick is away. It's long enough, and it is no good. It's wide to the left side again. It's the second time. That ball was kicked about 40 yards in the air, but it was a bit off to the left. So with 10-13 to go in the ball game, the West making some noise. They're still down 21-20 to the East, and we'll be back with more six-man all-star football right after this. East has the football. It's back to Barr. Barr hands the football off to Glather. He's around the left side. He's out to the 25, out to about the 27-yard line. And Rhett Tripe, big guy, runs him down.
24, Pat Leach.
And Pat Leach also helping out there, but Tripe, the man that made the original hit. And the big guy showing everybody here that we big folks do have some speed. Here's the handoff in the backfield again for the East. Barr driving out to the 39-yard line. And again, Rhett Tripe in on the tackle. He's had some help there from Greg Brennan on this particular play. But Barr has enough for the first down. And the East has, I do believe, 3 first downs is all they have in this ball game. But they do lead 21-20. Most of the scoring for them has been by way of the long run and the long pass. They seem to have some momentum now offensively as they send a couple of people out wide to the left side. Gallantly is out there. John Klein, number 35. There's the pitch back to Barr. Barr runs into Tripe, can't get by him. And cuts to the inside, gets out to about the 40. Rolled out of bounds by Greg Brennan over on the far side. A good open field tackle by Brennan. He was actually going away from the ball carrier, but the strength of the arms, he was able to wrap up the man and drag him out of bounds. Second down, let's see if they give him about a yard or two or what they do. It's going to be a gain of about a yard. Let's call it second down and 14. We have about 9 minutes left to go in the ball game. Klein out wide on the right side, Callahan with him. Hurley checking to the inside, a collision in the middle, a little mix-up there, but coming straight ahead, there's a flag there.
By McIntyre.
McIntyre in on the tackle.
By 30, Bondegard.
McIntyre ran right up the field. He just saw the confusion, grabbed the football, and ran it again in on the tackle. And a penalty now will be called on the East. So a costly penalty for them right here. And the penalty happened at about the 38-yard line of the East. And he's talking now to the captain for the West. It happens to be Pat Leach at this particular moment. They'll walk it off, and it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. The ball will be marked at about the 23-yard line of the East, so a 15-yard penalty. Clipping will be called. And it will be second down again. With the ball resting now at the East 20, let's call it the 22-yard line. It's going to be over the football. There's Glather. He tries to pitch it back, and it goes awry. It's picked up back there by McIntyre. Now he'll throw it. It's caught by Furley. He's back out now to about the 34-yard line. He'll be wrestled down there, number 12, I believe. Coming in, Matt Webster from Llewellyn coming in on the open field tackle and made a good play. McIntyre, a pretty big guy. Webster at 5'8" and 145 pounds from Llewellyn. Put the hit on him and put him down. It's going to be third down for the East. The ball at the 34-yard line. And they need to get all the way down to the 26-yard line of the West to get a first down. So it's third down and 21 yards to go. 8 minutes left to go in the ball game. The East leading 21-20. Barr gallantly. Number 35, John Klein, all on the right side. They'll pass the ball back. There's the reverse to Gallantly. He's at the 35 and the 40. 35-30, and he's going to be rolled down into the flag down at the 37-yard line of the West. Greg Brennan in on the tackle once again. As that reverse off finally to Gallantly, coming from the near side to the far side, and clipping is going to be called again on the East. So two big penalties in a row have really stymied the East. And I guess if you got to think positive about it, the only thing they've gotten out of it is eating up maybe about 2 minutes off that clock. The East does lead 21-20, but a loss of 30 yards from where they are right now would put them down at the West 5-yard line. That's what those two 15-yard penalties will mean to them. The official walking it off. He should come down to about the 27-yard line, and that's about where he's going to go with it. And it will be 3rd down. And if you're going to carry that ball now for the first down, it'll be 28 yards to go for the first down. If you're going to lug that ball down to get a first down right now, you better bring a lunch because it's a long way. Back from the shotgun. They'll pitch the ball back. Lather wanting to throw it long, and Pat Lee's there to intercept it, and he drops the ball at his own 30-yard line. He saw more daylight than he saw football, and as he came up with it, took his eye off the ball at the last second. It went down incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down and 28 yards to go for the East, and they'll have to kick the ball away. Coming off the field for the West is Bondegard, Dickenson, and Tripe, and they played some outstanding football here. As the East back to kick the ball away. It's a slow snap. They had some trouble, but they got the kick away. It's at the West 30, rolls to the 25, inside to about the 21. It'll be down right there.
Ball being down by
And Geoff Long, wanting to come in badly to pick that ball up and take off with it, was waved off by Unger and said, let it go. And now the West with 7:21 left to go in the ball game. They'll have it first down and 15 at their own 22-yard line. As Rod Goodenberger checks into the ball game, Eric Bondegard comes into the ball game, and the West now, I'm sure, will try to probably put the ball in the air. 21-20, the East with the lead. Last year, the East won it 36-14. Both teams really struggling here. It's been an outstanding football game. Wide to the left is Bondegard. They'll pitch it back. Pat Lee's coming around the right side. He's at the 25, jumps over a man at the 30. At about the 32-yard line, they're going to say. He ended up in the East territory at the 38-yard line, but they're going to bring it all the way back to the 32, and he had some outstanding blocking ahead of him. Whitehammer checks into the game, and Bondegard comes out. Bondegard threw a good block down there to give Pat Leach some room to be able to run. Now coming out of the huddle, the West trying to get some offense generated. 2nd down and 5. And movement is going to be called. There'll be some illegal motion on the West. The West, I believe, with only there. Now they're going to call it on the East. They're going to say somebody came over.
Encroachment is the penalty.
Encroachment's going to be the call. I thought the center came up, but the center did come up. But after the East player made some movement down there and crossed that plane, Goodenberger checks out of the ball game for the West. That, I believe, is only the 3rd penalty of the ball game for the West. 6:54 left to go here in the game. They're going to measure this one. While the officials are out there measuring, we'll take a quick 30-second timeout.
7-yard line.
That's going to be 2nd down and 1. The measurement showing the ball about a yard short of the first down. 2 men will be rushing for the East. Snap is back. They'll throw it over here to Unger. Unger trying to come up the field. He's got some blocking ahead of him. He's got the first down. Number 42, Quadhammer, leading the way, had 2 men right in front of him. They split. He got to one man, moved the other one just enough. They've got the first down.
Made by 19, Chad Hens.
Chad Hens, that is, with the tackle. It'll be first down for the West. And for them, I believe that's 8 first downs on the evening.
They'll make it first down and 15.
First down and 15 right at the 40-yard line. 6:35 left to go in the ball game. The East leading at 21-20. Points have been few and far between here in the second half of play. There's the snap back to Long. He'll give it to Leach, back to Geoff Long. He's over the 35, inside the 30, down to about the 27-yard line. He's going to be short of the first down by about a yard or so. Karanda and Wells in on the tackle over on the far side. It'll be second down and 3 yards to go for the first down. That clock running.
The play will bring up second down and 3.
And now officials timeout for the equipment repair out on the field. A player for the West team having some shoelace problems. And he's ready to go. Jeff Long. Now Gutenberg checks back into the ball game for the West. And coming out will be number 42, Brad Quadheimer from Hildreth. Second and 3. Less than 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Wide to the left is Bondegard. Wide to the right side, Gutenberg. Pitched it back to Leach. He fakes the pass, keeps the ball, jumps over his man. There's a flag down. Leach cutting across the field will run out of bounds.
Ball carried by
And the flag coming down. I believe we've got holding.
Run out of bounds. Penalty flag
Will be called at about the 27-yard line of the east. Blocking below the knees is what they're going to call it. I thought the man was reaching out to grab somebody, but he kept moving along, although he was on the ground, kept going, and he blocked the man below the knees. That'll be a costly penalty for the West. And the East, I know, will want to move them back from there. It's going to be second down and 3 or second down and 18, and you know where they're going to want to do with this. They'll want to walk this one back. So a tough break here for the West as they go back to the bench and bring in the Quadhammer again, Dickenson back into the game. Coming out will be Gutenberg and Bondegard. And they'll walk this one off. It'll be back into West territory at about the 37-yard line. And it will be now second down and 13 yards to go for the first down, they're saying.
15-yard
5:32.
Will bring up second down.
Now they'll make it the 17 yards to go. As West really having some difficulties here. A lot of the pressure by the East defense. Some mix-ups in the backfield and on plays. The West will spread it out. They have 3 men wide to the right side. They'll center it straight back to Long. He'll go to Leach. Leach looking down the field. Can't find anybody open. Keeps the football. He's going to be wrapped up on the far side. Robbie Karanda in on the tackle as Leach looking down the field and moving forward all the time. Finally had to tuck the ball back in, and he was rolled out of bounds by Karanda on the far side. Third down for the West with 5:24 to go in the game, and the East leading 21-20. They'll give him no gain at all on that one. He got to the line of scrimmage, and that was it. East playing some tremendous defensive football here in the second half of the game. Out of the huddle comes the West. They'll put 3 men wide to the near side. Unger goes wide to the right. Quarterback will be Jeff Long. They get it back to him, now over to Leach. Back again over to Long. He needs some blocking. He's tied up in the middle, rolled down to his own 30. He'll lose about 7 yards on that one. Travis Gallantly able to smell that one out and came straight in, and the tackle right in around the knees. Put Jeff Long down at his own 30-yard line, and it's going to be third down. And a ton of yards to go for that first down. About 25 yards, I believe, for the first down for the West. 4:49 to go in the game. They're going to send Nelson back to kick the ball away. Gallantly back at about his own 20. Lots of pressure. Ball almost blocked, but it rolls down to the 15, picked up by Gallantly. He's back to the 20, spins around to the inside, goes out to about the 23-yard line. He'll be wrapped up there by Jeff Long, number 36. Daring running by Travis Gallantly, and he's a little slow to get up out there, but he appears to be all right. And the East, with the lead 21-20, will have the football back with 4:31 to go in the contest.
First down and 15 for the East.
This crowd here tonight really being treated to some excellent football offensively and defensively, and now time is going to be called by the East as Coach Ken Bruckner comes out with Tom Dreyer from Spalding. They're going to work out some plans offensively, and Coach Peterson from Holbrook and Jeff Smith from Orleans also out to talk to the West team. And while they figure it out on the field, we'll take a 60-second timeout. 21-20. There's a pitch back from Callahan to McIntyre, diving forward out to about the 30-yard line. And Jason McIntyre from Greeley showing us some good running abilities. Strong, fast runner, from able to just drive forward. It's going to be second down for the East.
Gain of 9 on the play will bring up second down and 6.
Don't forget, we're going to pick our player of the game for both teams, offensively and defensively, at the end of the ball game. Callahan pitching it back again. Barr driving out to the 35 to the 36-yard line before he's wrapped up there, and the East is simply trying to eat up that clock. Leach in on the tackle. Rhett Tripe also helping out. Tripe's played a lot of good football here this evening for the West End. Tom Johnson's played some exceptional defense for the East. Timeout on the field again as they bring the stakes out to measure this one. 3:49 left to go in the game, 21-20. And Mother Nature remembering what happened last year, bringing some clouds back in here again. And they're going to be short. The measurement about a yard short, and it's going to be third down and 1.
Gain of 5 on the play will bring up third down and 1.
Third down and 1. 3:49 left to go here in the ball game. The East needs this first down to hang on to that football and just simply eat up the clock. Barr and McIntyre in the backfield. They give it to McIntyre. He's got the first down. He's driving 2-3 gold shirts straight back, but they finally able to push him back, but he's got the first down. That was just simply power football, and that's Ken Bruckner through and through, and he just had him go straight ahead. East picks up the first down, 3:37. Left to go in this ball game.
First down and 15 for the East. With the ball at the 39-yard line.
Let's go defense, you can hold us!
Clock running, 3:27 to go. Balance line for the East. Callahan, the quarterback, to McIntyre. He breaks a tackle inside the 35, down to the 30, breaks his way inside to the 29-yard line, and he'll finally be stopped there.
Led by 28, Brennan.
Brennan leading the way, but Rhett Tripe right in the middle of all of it again.
Timeout.
And now time's going to be called for the East, I believe. So with 3:11 to go in the ball game, the East driving and leading 21-20. We'll be back with the remainder of the ball game in 60 seconds.
For the ball at the 30-yard line.
Hold up!
Ball carried by McIntyre. Tackle made by 24.
Randall Barr carried the ball, picked up about a yard or so, and was thrown down at about the 30-yard line. McIntyre taking it on the second carry, brings it all the way down to the West 20-yard line. He has the first down there with 2:11 to go in the ball game. And the East leading 21-20 with this drive right here. If they don't score, they've eaten up most of the clock. Callahan calling signals, flags all over the place. And let's see if the West was drawn offside. The official's not giving any signal yet. They're talking to both head linesmen, and the dead ball foul will be against the West. So the West jumping offside.
Offside, the penalty.
Callahan appeared to stagger the count just a bit enough to draw the West offside. Remember to stay with us as we pick our player of the games offensively and defensively for both of the ball clubs tonight.
15-yard
And
line.
thank you to all the sponsors that allow us to be here and the folks at Hildreth. And again, we are your sports leader in Central Nebraska. We're FM 104. Callahan with that delay. Handoff to McIntyre. Up the middle down to about the 12-yard line. McIntyre's carried the ball 4 times in a row. Has picked up some good yards for the East team. Geoff Long in on the tackle that time. As the West brings in Suda.
Our offensive and defensive.
Brett Durr from Campbell checks out of the ball game. Brett 155 pounds at 5'6" from Campbell. And the East now just simply taking their time. 1:20 to go in the ball game. 21-20, the East has the lead. They were a winner last year, 36-14. And now a flag. I believe we have delay of game.
Flag on the play.
That's exactly what we have. And that's what they want to do. They've got a lot of field there. They can lose if they need to. But more importantly for them, they want to run this clock down. 1:13 left to go. They'll walk off the 5 yards. And the East will just simply hang on to the football. Delay of game called. Eric Weber from Guide Rock, 5'10", 200 pounds. Wide out on the right side. Quarterback Callahan. Steve's been there throughout the entire ball game, has done an excellent job. Randall Barr with a football is not going to get very far. Sliding in, number 28, Greg Brennan, in on the tackle that time. Got him behind the line of scrimmage.
By Barr.
And Vonnegaard helping out also.
Tackle made by 28.
Time's going to be called by the West. They want to try to get this football back one more time. The East has a third down and 12. 1:07 to go in the game. The East leading 21-20. While they take the timeout down the field, we'll take a timeout up here also and be back with more football. Fine. They faked the ball off to Mcintyre straight up on the right side. And Callahan pulled it back, and we've got another flag down on the field.
Pass interference is the
pass interference is going to be called. And the officials calling it. You can hear the fans in the background. They're unhappy with the call. So we need to have a captain come out and talk to the official. They've got the pass interference down there. We're getting our player of the games lined up here. And it's going to be a tough choice. As we look up and down both of these lineups. 21-20 is the score in the second annual East-West six-man all-star football game here at Hildreth, Nebraska. And again, you're listening to your sports leader in Central Nebraska. We're FM 104. And the officials a bit undecided about what they want to do here or what they need to do. And it's going to be a first down, nevertheless, for the East. 1 minute left to go in the ball game. And the East just simply wants to hang on to the football. I was surprised that they threw the football at all, but fortunately for the East, they got the football back. Steve Callahan, the quarterback, calling the signals, giving it on the right side, driving up into the 3-yard line. There's Mcintyre, and this guy is like a bull in a china shop. He'll run over it. No matter how much he appears to think is valued, he'll run straight over it. He was hit at the line of scrimmage. He simply ran right through that one. And he was thrown down at about, let's call it the 3-yard line. 50 seconds left to go. It is second down and goal to go. And now it is
6 on the play.
Time is going to be called by the West. They called the timeout. The coaches come out to visit with their players about what they feel like they need to do. And again, we'll take a 30-second timeout. And Rod Tepley going down to pick up some stats for us. Steve Callahan, the quarterback. For the East, 21-20, they lead, and Callahan's going to drop straight back and down to his knee. The clock will continue to run unless the West decides to call that final timeout, and I don't believe they're gonna. Clock running with 35 seconds left to go. And again, a big thank you to all the folks here at Hildreth. It's been our pleasure from KNLV, the staff, to come down and be able to broadcast the ball game for you. Thanks to all those sponsors that made it all possible. Third down and 6. Callahan getting a good rush off the ball, but able to hang on to it and just fall straight back. Clock should about run out from here. That should end the ball game. 21-20 is the score. The East has the lead. And now everybody taking off the helmets to go over and shake hands as all the players come out on the field. No time left on the clock, and the final score, the East wins it 21-20 to go 2-0 in this series. Won it last year in a torrential downpour, hurricanes, hail, lightning, and everything else, 36-14. And the East wins a very close game here, 21-20. While they're bringing the stats back for us, we're going to take about a 60-second timeout, and we'll be back talking about the first half of the ball game and the final outcome right after this.
Our defensive most valuable player, number 24 from Taylor Luke County.
You what there?
We'd like to
I don't think we
congratulate
will.
all our players
Just try to get some coaches.
on a
I
very
don't know if I'll be able to.
well played ball game. Thank you to all the people that came tonight. Drive carefully, and we hope to see you next
Bob,
year. Thank you.
Are you filming? Yes, sir, ma'am. Take another 30. These are 20. And while Larry and Rod go pick up the stats for us, the ball game will tell you that our players of the game here for the West offensively. For the West, Pat Leach from Luke County. And for the defensive player, Rhett Tripe from Orleans. For the East, we had Jason Mcintyre from Greeley offensively, and defensively, Geoff Wells from Elba. So those are our players of the game. They'll get a certificate from KNLV and the Nebraska National Guard. And we congratulate each and all of the players that have been able to take part in this ball game this evening. For a lot of these youngsters, it's the last time they'll ever play organized football anywhere, and I guess if you have to go out, there's really no better way to go out than this. Both teams played outstanding football in the 4 quarters of play here this evening. There were some outstanding plays on both sides, offensively and defensively, and really, as far as the most valuable players go in a ball game, I think all the youngsters that are here this evening. It was a sad night for Doug Smith, who wasn't able to play in the ball game. Doug had an outstanding career at Luke County of Taylor, and came down with mono this morning, unable to suit up and play in the ball game tonight. But we know he is a young man, has done a fine job playing what he did, and he was still just as much a part of this team as the players out on the field. Again, the final score, the East wins 21-20, and we'll be back hopefully to wrap it all up for you in 60 seconds. Stay tuned tomorrow to KNLV, and we'll have all the stats of the ball game here this evening. Again, we want to thank all the friends, fans, and financial supporters of KNLV for allowing us to be here in the ball game tonight. We had an interesting game here tonight where both star-studded teams played just exactly that way. Rhett Tripe was our defensive player of the game for the West. Pat Leach, the offensive player for the West. The East had Jason Mcintyre, the offensive player for the East, and Geoff Wells, the defensive player from Elba, the players of the game there. Again, thanks to J.C. Shoemaker back at the studio, Rod Tepley, Larry Schultz, and John Smith from Greeley for helping us out with all the stats of the ball game. And for myself, Walt Smith, we're going to say goodnight and good sports to all of you. Again, 21-20, the East over the West, and this has been a KNLV Sports presentation. Good night, everyone.